How are you? I am good today. It's already Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday soon
Already.
enough or what?
Hump day. Humblest hump day.
I, I hear you. I hear you. Well, we had an amazing class last night, huh?
Oh my gosh, it was so good. I loved it. And I got a lot of feedback from people saying how much they loved it and how much they enjoyed it and how, how much they didn't think that they were, you know, going to be able to do any. Oh, my friend Alicia, she was like, I was so surprised. I don't know where any of that came from. I said, oh, it's like the birth canal. Once you go through, you're out there and you're just out there. You're not going to be able to go back to the other side anymore.
You're okay anymore. But it was fun. It was good. We the exercise that
Yes,
we tried was interesting. We had some good hits with it. We had some people that had different feelings about what they were getting, which is nice.
yes.
And we had a few more people adding to their vocabulary, which is their psychic vocabulary, which is very, very cool.
Hi, JoJo. We missed you last night. Hi, Kim. Hi, Roxanne. Hi, Laurie.
And Affirm Wellness, hello, hello. And Pam, hello. Oh my goodness, we missed you last night, JoJo. What's Affirm Wellness is saying we missed you last night, JoJo, as well. Yes,
Yes.
JoJo. Hey, and JoJo, we're setting up a private group on Facebook for the members of our class. And so you should be getting an invite from Kina on that. We talked about it last night, a way we can all stay in communication during the week. And that was one of the ideas. And Clara Salyer. Hello, Clara. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, yes. Pam says we missed you, JoJo, as well. Yeah, it was a really good session. We did some really different ways of using our skills and developing our skills. And then we ended the evening with a send off that said what to expect for the week. So next week we're going to be curious to see what we experienced and if some of those things hit, which is nice. Roxanne says, wait a minute, you guys started the class without me? Roxanne, we've been doing the class for weeks. It's every Tuesday evening.
And I post every week I post on Facebook and Instagram.
Well, and we discuss it here on the readings too. But yes, Roxanne,
Yeah.
every Tuesday evening, starting at 6 p.m. West Coast time, 9 p.m. East Coast time, and we run for 2 hours. If you send an email to me right here at this email address, I can add you to the list and you'll get the private Zoom link that will allow you to get into the class. So again, if join us, please. We'd love to have you. Doesn't matter what level you're on. Everybody's on all different levels, and we're all learning and growing, and that's the cool part. So again, send me an email at advice@sonoranmystictarot.com, and I will add you to the list and send it out to you. I send the invite to you next week, and you will get it. We send them out usually on Tuesdays, Tuesday midday or thereafter, but before the class starts, and then everybody pops in. So we'd love to have you join us. And anybody else who wants to join the class, please feel free. Again, if you don't think you have skills but you were curious, come on in. If you think you have skills but you may not be feeling like you're ready there yet, same thing. And if you feel like you are amazing, still join us, because again, we all learn from each other. So all levels. And Pam F says we love class. JoJo says busy work week. Don was right with it being challenging week ahead of me. Well, this is one time I wish it wasn't right, but it's nice to get the feedback. That's for sure, JoJo.
Everybody's had a rough week. Like we've been talking to people personally and just and co-workers, and it's been a rough week for everybody. Like I don't know what happened, but this week turned everybody upside down and shook us out. Like it's been a hard week all week.
I think it says summer solstice.
Yeah, Tina said new season, so maybe it is. So
absolutely, it's time
shaking out all the old stuff so we can get all this new stuff.
There you go. Yes, indeed. Open up and accept. Alicia was in class as well. Alicia, welcome in.
Yes.
Welcome in. Yes. So good to see you guys. Absolutely. First up tonight is Laurie Taylor, and Laurie was like right on top of it. Add me. I don't really have a specific. Devon is asking to be added to the list. and no specific. So general, I guess. Okay. Sorry, my nose itches. Lord have mercy.
Oh, what did you get today, Pam? Pam said she got some good news. What happened? I'm so excited.
Are we talking project? We talking green? What are we
Ooh,
talking?
ooh, ooh. Look, I'm like a kid in the candy store, like she's about to get anything you want. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting.
Come on, Pam, don't leave us hanging too long.
Right. You should have had it all in one big paragraph. We'd have read it like this.
Exactly. We want it all. We want it all. Sahu, yes, you can be added, but please don't ask us about the same guy. Do me that favor, because if you ask me about the same guy, I'm going to have to. Title change with more money.
If you ask me about the same guy, I can't see anything at all.
I love
Hi, Gwyneth.
Hey,
She
Gwyneth.
said a love read.
Yeah, possible title
That's
change
all
with
you
more
know.
money. Possible title change with more money for Pam. Hey, Pam, that sounds great. Love it.
All right.
Love
Yes.
it.
Yay, Pam. All right. I like that. I like that.
Pam shaking things up. Love it. Love it.
All right, Pam. Good news. Exciting.
Absolutely.
Hi, Shiny Days.
Yes, you can be added, Shiny Days. Let Keena know what your specific question is, and then we'll get to it. Right now, we're going to start with also Alicia Black said, congratulations, Pam. And then Pam
And for
said,
all of you who are attending class, make sure that you either send us like your Facebook something or find one of us on Facebook, because we started the private group so we can post stuff in there. And so Keena will send you the invite, but we don't know everybody's, if you're on Facebook or what your name is on Facebook. So the people that we knew, we've already invited, but everybody else, can you please let us know? And then again, if you want to go to class, the advice at Sonoran Mystic Tarot, and we'll add you. And our class is growing. We had a nice group this time. We had double digits.
yes, we did. We actually we were catching up with our mentor in her Monday night class that's ran for 6 years.
Yes.
So, nice, yes.
So Keena, Joanna says she follows Don on Facebook. So you should be able to find her through Don's friend list.
Yep, Joanna Bedola. Joanna Bedola.
Okay.
Yep.
We will find you one way or the other.
Yep. Affirm Wellness said we had 13 in class. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yes, we did.
Yes. And we had lots of energy. That was the cool part. Good energy. So let's see. What's up for Laurie? What do you have? Anything, Angie, for Laurie?
What did she ask for?
I am going through a lot.
Was it general?
No, she says, I'm going through a lot of emotional pain from a divorce. Should I continue the divorce? And if so, when? We asked this question.
You asked that last week, and we told you last week.
Yeah, I think, and the cards were saying pretty much, a new beginning, that kind of stuff. So I'm almost certain it's the same.
I'm assuming if you're asking again, you didn't believe us last week. And now I'm a little bit offended.
Jojo says just Joanne Marie. Okay.
Oh, okay. So we would have never found that.
Exactly. So can you? And then Corina Chandler says, can you add her to the list? And she wants a love reading. Okay,
Laurie, do you have another question? Because we've already answered that question.
Yeah, we've answered that one.
And my guys are like,
Samantha Madigan, how can I go on the list? Please add a question on the guy I'm talking to. His name is Jason. So yes, Samantha, we can add you to the list. And I guess you're asking how things are going to go with Jason. Is that kind of your question? Are we getting a love night tonight? Is that what's going to be going crazy here tonight?
And I want to tell you that as soon as you said Jason, I saw with that mask. I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe he loves you to death. I don't know.
Uh-oh. Eek, 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 eek.
But Keena will let you know. She will add you on your platform to tell you if you've made the list or when you've made the list, and then we'll tell you when your name is coming up.
Yeah.
Laurie, do you have another thing? Do you want a general reading, or do you want to know something else? Well, and I'm not even being funny when I say this, Lori. They said, well, you should probably get rid of your current partner before you start thinking about your new partner. So, and I literally am not even being funny. That is what Spirit said. You probably should end this one completely before you think about about your other one, because you'll take the residual. And this is clearly, this is truly a reading. This is not me. Because you'll take over your residual with that one. Like, you haven't even finished one and you're already ready to jump into another one when you haven't even given yourself any time to see where you are emotionally, physically, or spiritually. And you're just like, oh, I'm done with this one, right on over to the next one. And you were just questioning whether you should even have the divorce. So maybe you're not ready to be dating yet. But let me see if there's any additional information they have regarding who will you meet next.
Let me give you this, Laurie. Focus on what you need to get done with yourself first. It is time to change. It is time for change. So keep moving forward. You know, again, you got a broken heart. This really messed you up, and you can't see clearly right now. So you are not in the right place. You have got to get back on your path. Got to get back into who you are and what you want to be for a significant other. And once you do this, I think that's what Angie was going to that same space as the cards are. Once you do that, then you're ready. You're just not ready yet. And so if you rush it, right, what you're doing is you're rushing in to try to take care of the pain, but that's not.
Oh my gosh, Don, that is exactly it. And they made it seem like it's kind of vengeful, like, oh, I'm done with you, I got something better. So it's kind of, I'll show you that I can find something better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're trying to find a new stability, and they're like this. There is, how can you be stable when, again, you haven't healed? So Laurie, you got to work on yourself. You got to get through this. Let yourself deal with all this stuff. Let yourself be mad. Let yourself be angry. Let yourself be sad. Let yourself go through all those emotions, because once you do, that next relationship is going to mean so much more for you. So, so again, yeah, that's kind of what the cards are saying. So again,
the way they showed it to me was anger, like you're angry about something, and then you're hurt about the same thing, and then now it's, I'll show you. So none of it has to do with really wanting to find love right yet. It's, I'll show you. I just want to be done with this one, find somebody new and show you somebody better than that person. And the first thing when I read your question, the second time, when you put your second question in about meeting somebody else, I saw the word healing really big, because I thought they were going to tell Don to go to the healing deck. So I waited, but it said healing. Like, that is the very first thing that they want you to do, is to heal yourself before you start to jump into something else. Because it's like right out of one bed to the next bed, and you still have emotional scars. So they're like, they're showing me, and let me see if I can find it in this deck. They're showing me the death card, I think it is, and it's where you're pulling the inner you out of you. So that skeletal you out of you, where you're just raw and it's just the bare bones you with no emotions or anything. So you're pulling that person out of you, because this meat suit is full of emotions and is really hurt right now. And so they're saying take time to heal and then worry about that later. Like, let the ink dry on the paperwork and then move forward. Because one thing they're saying is, how are you going to, like, you're not going to want to keep explaining, oh, I'm going through a divorce, or I'm almost done with this divorce, or I'm on this divorce. That's going to be a red flag. So if I'm dating you and I meet you and, oh, I'm going through a divorce and I'm already into another one, are you going to bring in some things from the old relationship? And that's just how they're showing it to me. But I'm clearly hearing that you need to let this one end and then heal sometime, give yourself some time to heal, and then move on. And then that's all I got.
Yep. And Tony W, yes, Tina will add you to the list. I'm sure Tina's paying. Tina will add you to the list. So don't worry with you popping up. Let her know what you want, a specific or general. And if it's specific, let her know. LMT, yes, I do owe you a call. Let me know sometime later this week. It has been crazy. I've been traveling a lot, as you know. And so it has been strange, and even all the whole month. but I'm hoping it all comes to a quiet soon. And I even owe readings. I owe like 3 readings to people. Oh my God, I'm falling so far behind. And then one more thing, Darrell Washington. Darrell, it's nice to have you back. Your questions are somewhat interesting, but at the same time, if you're looking for answers to like, what do you think world would be like when women rule the world? That's really not where we're headed with this. We're doing readings and things like that. So I would kind of invite you to.
Wasn't he on here last week? And that was the same question he asked after he asked why his girlfriend was so intense with him. I remember you from last week, Darrell. And if we ruled the world, it would be a lot better. Probably. Now you answered that question. Do you have a real question, like a specific question? Like, first of all, these are not parlor tricks. Do not come on here asking us ridiculous stuff. Like, ask us a real meaningful question that we really are going to our higher power and asking these questions. And don't ask us ridiculous questions and think that, like, oh, let's see what they're going to say. If women ruled the world, ha, ha, ha. If women ruled the world, we probably would have erased you a little bit.
LMT says, y'all are too celebrity now. I knew you guys win. New Oprahs.
And I tagged Oprah in this. I was like, and I said it in my Don voice, hey, Oprah, can we talk?
I love it. I love it. I love it. Can we talk?
Listen, all y'all just tag Oprah. Like, just go on there and just keep tagging Oprah. So she'll be like, who are these people that keep calling Oprah? Just keep tagging Oprah. So she'll come look at our page and be like, oh, these two, this is an odd bunch. Let's see what they talking about. And then she'll be like, oh, they really are good.
Alicia says, Angie, you're on fire tonight.
Listen, some of these people.
Yes, Katrina, you can be.
All I got is cranberry juice, I promise. Alicia, it's for real
maybe
cranberry
it needs
juice.
To be stronger
There's
tonight.
no vodka in it, no Tito's on the just cranberry juice.
Maybe it needs it tonight.
Regular water.
Oh Lord. Yes, Katrina, you can be added to the list. I'm sure Kina will add you, and she'll let you know. But let her know if it's a general or specific question as well, if you don't mind.
Next interviewer over, okay? I'm gonna claim that, Affirm. I'm going to claim that as correct. Correct.
LMT,
you better be on Oprah Super Song. Good. Look, so I asked this lady, I inquired of this lady to ask them to come clean, my house or whatever. And the name of it is Heavenly something. I said she gonna come in and see these tarot cards and this sage, and she gonna walk right back out like, no, thank you. Thank you. Clean your own damn house.
Yeah, she's gonna run screaming. Oh my God. Devil child.
We shall see. And she coming on a Sunday. She gonna be like, I rebuke you, lady. No. But we'll see.
You better have some scripture ready for her.
We shall see.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna put out a welcome mat that says, God bless this house. Maybe she'll be all right.
Ask her to bring some holy water.
Right. I'll be like, can you exorcise the demons while you're cleaning too?
Exactly.
She'll run and she go block me on the site.
Roxanne Evans, you are.
She won't rebuke that money.
Exactly.
She might throw it back at me.
Roxanne Evans, you are next. What is your question? Is it general or specific? And then after that's Clara. So Clara, you are after Roxanne. So make sure that we know whether your question is general or specific. Man, the cards just went flying. Boom. I mean, big time flying. Let's see. Again, Roxanne, are you still here? Roxanne, turn on the red light. You don't have to turn on the red light. That's from Sting, right? From The Police, I think. Roxanne.
Kina, did you get Ronika?
Shiny Day says, how would I know I met the person I'll be in a relationship with next? As in the physical personality traits when I'll meet them.
You will see them and be able to talk to them. They'll be a real person.
Mm-hmm.
How will you know?
Clara says a general reading. Roxanne, if you're not here, then we can move on to Clara. Roxanne, last call. If you're here, Roxanne, let us know your question. Otherwise, we are going on to Clara, who has posted her question. Roxanne. Okay, we can do this. Clara, you are up. You got bumped to the top.
Did she tell? Oh, General.
Uh-huh. Clara, we read for you last week, wasn't it? And your mom passed. You're the one whose mom's passed, right? And you have like 3 kids or something, 4 kids, 3 kids. I don't remember. Yeah. So I don't remember what our reading was about that last week, but I don't remember. Oh, Roxanne's a love reading. Roxanne, we'll come back to you. We moved on, but we come back to you.
Wait,
Right
is
after
she
you're done.
saying a general? Is she saying general my love and calling us her love, or is she saying general? Roxanne, come on now. You know we reading this. You got to make it clear. Are you saying general as in my love and we're your love, or just general? Oh, just general. Okay. So Clara, are you married? Because I get I got a really overwhelming feeling of love, like I'm so in love, like an intensity of love. So if you're not married, I feel like you're really swooning over this person, and that is the word that Spirit used, because I would never use the word swoon over somebody. Yes, married. Okay, and they're just showing me an extreme amount of love, like a heartfelt love, like an embrace. Like every time this person walks into the room, you're just like, and then you get the little heart eyes, and you just feel really in love. That's how they're presenting it to me. Um, and then I hear the word baby fever. Did we already discuss? Were you the one who said you didn't want any more kids and you had all those parts removed, like removed? I don't know if that was you, but somebody, we said something about baby and they were like, oh no. But I heard the word baby fever. And then I don't think any of your children are old enough to have children yet, but I heard baby fever. I thought we said that last week too, something about a baby, and you were like, oh no. But I'm just saying, I heard baby fever. And then I got that extreme amount of love, that overwhelming. Yeah, she said no, but I'm telling you, I heard baby fever clearly, and this is the same thing that we said last week was something about a baby. I think Don may have mentioned it, or one of us, and you were like, clearly no. But that's what I'm getting. That it's baby fever and just an extreme amount of love. That's all I'm getting right now, Don. So
Well,
if you get something else, you can go ahead.
first thing I got here is the Temperance card. The Temperance card can read one of 2 ways. There's many ways you can read the card, but when I see that card with this 5 of Cups, it tells me that it's a question of balance. So something's out of balance right now with you. You're not feeling balance. You're not feeling something. So again, I'm feeling out of balance, and you're kind of again, you're not sure what's driving this. You're not sure what, but that's kind of what I'm getting. And this is that temptation to give into the negative, because it's like that again, the balance, the lack of balance is kind of again messing with what it is that is going on. I also see the 6 of Pentacles, which is interesting. So this has been going on for a little while. The 6 of Pentacles tells you this is happening over time. And so you're seeing the harvesting of this again. So something has gotten you into it, like a negative headspace, and you are looking for some way to break out of it. But don't look to other people for it. You've got to look to yourself for it. You've got to look to yourself, your own situation, because the answers aren't elsewhere. Again, it's judgment time. So again, you've got to take inventory. You've got to determine what it is you can do, and you've got to make it happen, because nobody else is going to do it. And here we have the 4 of Pentacles, which is interesting, because the 3 of Pentacles would tell you to get advice. But the 4 of Pentacles does not tell you to get advice. The 4 of Pentacles says, move on in a different way. So again, it's time for you to look to yourself, find the answers in yourself. Do not look to other people, because they're not going to have the answers. I don't know if any of this resonates, but ultimately you're going to get through this. You're getting through it. You're working through it. But you still have about a month or 2 more of this process. Does any of this resonate with you, Clara? Shiny Day says, rephrasing, I was wanting to ask how my next boyfriend will be like, as I'm currently single. Does that make more sense? It's all good. It's all good.
Shiny Days, I'm currently single. If I knew what the next boyfriend would be like.
Cheryl Phillips Walker, may I be added? I have a specific question about my class. Yes.
Cheryl, you made it. Good.
Clara says, yes, it's my marriage or job. Haha, feeling unbalanced in both. Yeah, I can feel that. But again, work through it. Continue. First of all, you got to separate yourself from the negative kind of feelings that you're getting and set that aside, because you got to stop being in that, taking a more positive focus and working through it. You also have to look at what you can do in your environment, what you can do, not what everybody else can do, what you can do in your environment, what you can do with your resources to try to make things, to raise level, to raise vibrations, to get things back on track. Because it is in your wheelhouse to do it. You just have to be taking the lead to make it happen. So figure out creative ways to reinvigorate the relationship and creative ways to reinvigorate life in general. I mean, the job especially, because the job's what you make it. So figure out a way to either make it something more than you wanted, or to try to find a way to move on to something else. I don't know. I don't see the something else yet because I didn't see that in the cards. But I do see the fact that, again, you have the control of making the difference. And all you have to do is you have to take the bull by the horns. That's what I was seeing. And what else you have, Angie?
I have two questions. When she says it's the marriage, is it that he's not reciprocating? Because they keep telling me over and over that you're madly in love, like you are really feeling passionate about him. So is it that he's not reciprocating that? And then are you looking for a new home? Because they're showing me a home. So it's either the current love my job is just okay. And then they're showing me a house. So it's either your current house or the house that you're looking for. It's a 2-story house. And then there's a garage, a two-car garage. There's 2 separate doors that they're showing me for the garage. And then there's like a front, the front porch is kind of flat, and I see these white columns. So it's a grayish or bluish color house. And then like the second story doesn't go over the garage. It's just over on this side. So maybe so if you were to take the garage off, it would be just the 2 stories here, and then the garage is here with the 2-car garage. So I don't know if you're looking for a new home, but that's the house that they're showing me. So I don't know if that's your new house or your old house, or your current house that you're living in now. But with the love, they're making it seem like you're very much madly in love, and that you really want to be with this person. So that's why I'm asking about the marriage thing. But you said that it's just a communication thing. Is that don't talk to me? Is that Pastel's don't talk to me? You are really rude for coming on our page and trying to solicit readings. That is very rude. That is so rude. And you might find me on your page tomorrow doing the same thing, because I'm a match energies from now on. Like, that is extremely rude to come in somebody's house and be like, I know you having a party, but I want to have my party right here now too. Like, why would you do that? That is so rude. But back to Clara, that I'm seeing a new house. So it's either your current house or your new house that they're showing me, but it's a bi-level house and it's a 2-car garage. And they're not telling me whether it's new or old. And I see grass in the front yard, very manicured lawn. And so I just hear house. So I don't know if you're looking for a new house or it's your current house. But if you're looking for a new house, it seems that this is what you're going to find. Or why would they show me your old house? So maybe this is a new house. Maybe you are looking for a new house, and it looks like it's a yes. But I can't see your comments because don't talk to me. Got 50 messages in here saying to come to her inbox. So
I already blocked her. I'm not surprised she's still popping up. So she's not popping up on my side, so I can't see her, so I can't block her because I already blocked her.
Keena may have already blocked her on my side, but
Okay.
that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is rude. I hope you get diarrhea. Don't talk to me. I mean, I seriously hope you get diarrhea.
Oh my gosh. Well, Clara, 2 more points. And one thing is yes, you're cut out for the job. The only thing I would suggest to you is have the conversation with those around you and let them know of your feelings or insecurities or your sense of, share with people around you that, some of the feelings that you're going through, and let them kind of help you navigate through this. Again, you're not in a world alone. The people around you can be of assistance to you and will be useful in helping you to find your way through. You're just new. And again, once you get a system down, once you create your system, you'll get this down to a system. And once you have it as a system, then you'll be able to move through this continuously, because pretty much it's kind of repetition. You hit the same thing over and over again. Once you have a system down, it's going to pop the same way. So again, it's just nailing that down. The second point was, excuse me, but I'm thinking that you've been married for what, about 4 years, 3-4 years? Even though you have kids, the kids are from a different marriage or something? Because I'm getting the sense that you came into the marriage with kids, and this is about 3-4 years ago. Is that right? Clara. Anyway, Clara, the point I was going with that, because of the delay, it kills me. But the point I was going with the question about the marriage is that there's always an adjustment period, and there's times where you're going to go through things. And again, my assumption, 7 years. Okay, had one kid before. Okay, good. And so talking about the marriage and so forth, the 7-year cycle, the 7-year itch, that kind of stuff. Believe it or not, people say that it's crazy, but it seems to work for people, and it seems to actually work, and it tends to happen. So again, your relationship will need work, but your relationship, as long as you're willing to work on it, will be fine. You're good there. You just have to make sure that you create the opportunities to communicate, and you create an opportunity where your spouse knows that you're comfortable to have the communication. You're comfortable to be open and even vulnerable, but keep those lines of communication open. I still sense you're going to be all right. And when I mess with the cards, and when I did some shuffling here, I'm doing the healing deck because I thought the healing deck seemed appropriate. And most importantly, again, is that focus card. Again, it's focus, and just pay attention to what you're doing. Give it the attention it needs, and you're going to be fine. You're not over your head. You just feel like that because it's new. Anything else, Angie?
No, that's it.
Okay, super. Next in line is going back to Roxanne.
Wait, did she say anything about the house?
Oh no, Clara, anything about the house?
I read her comment about the job. You told her that, when she said, I hope I'm cut out for it, I read it and they said you are cut out for it. You just need more confidence. Is that what you told her?
Yeah. Yep. And I told her to reach out to the people that she's working with and
that's your dad's house. Okay. So if you'd have said that, I would try to tap in to see if your dad was there. Okay. Is he still alive? Because that's the house that they showed me. Your house. Or is he going to leave that house to you? Because I heard your house.
I think only the mother passed. I think the father's still with him.
Okay.
We'll find out.
It's weird that that's the house that they showed me. She said it's her. But then when she said it's her dad's house, I heard it's your house. So I was wondering if he was going to leave it to. Yes, he's still alive. I get it when he passes. Okay. So that's what they were saying. It's your house. Okay. Oh, okay. There you go. That's what they said. It's your house. Not that he's about to pass. No, they did not say that. I'm just saying they showed me the house. And then when I read it's your dad's house, they said it's your house. So they did not say he was going to pass. I do not want you to think that.
Super. So yeah, hang in there, Clara. Again, work through it. Be patient, stay focused on working through it. Make sure you commit to the communication. Make sure as you work through the communication, you also know that the other person is free to have an open and frank conversation. That's going to work to your advantage. And yes, you're going to be fine. You're going to get through the job stuff. You're going to adapt, and you're going to do well. Again, part of it's just confidence, and part of it feeling like, again, so much new stuff, but you're capable. You're capable. So don't even sweat that. Don't sweat that. That's the
Did she
least.
say it was a technology job?
Oh, I didn't ask.
Because I hear male dominated. Like, are you feeling like it? Like, are you intimidated because it's a male dominated field? That's kind of what they're giving to me, like male dominated. And then I heard tech. So is that it? And Ronika, we do. I think it's Ronika. We do have your question. You are on the list. So that's what I got. But they're saying, don't be intimidated. You'll learn it as you go. Like, you're not expected to come in and know every single thing about it. Legal assistant. Oh, okay, male dominated still. Okay. Okay. You'll get it. I actually heard the word demanding, like they're like it's very fast paced, like they really want you to be right on it. But it's and I heard learning curve, like you'll get it. You'll get it. You'll fall right into it and then you'll be like top tier. You just have to, like he said, get your confidence up.
And more important, Clara, to let you know, I am an attorney. And so when I tell you this, let me tell you this from experience, not from anything psychic, but I can tell you the most important thing for any legal assistant is to take good quality notes when the partner or the attorney who you're working with talks to you. Good, clear, clean quality notes. Make sure that when you're drafting something for an attorney or reviewing it and editing, and make sure you pay attention to spelling. Make sure that you're very specific about those things, because a word does mean a word. And in law of all things, if you change that word or you alter the spelling of the word, you can alter the meaning of the entire sentence, which could change the entire paragraph. So the reality is and also when you're calendaring and you're using your checking system to make sure that you're hitting your litigation targets and timelines, all those things. So it's detail. It's a lot of detail, but as long as you set up a system and you follow that system, and a lot of electronic systems now that are put in place that track everything, and all they do is pop up and tell you, this has to be taken care of today. When you set your system up and you follow that system, you will be fine. I guarantee it. Because it's very fast-paced, but they are understanding and patient. Yeah, and they will be, as long as they realize that you're growing into it, and you will. You'll have no problem. But again, pay attention to detail, take copious notes, and make sure that you don't, when you take a note, make sure you take exactly what's said. Don't take what you thought they meant, because that's going to be dangerous for you. Again, if they say something specific, write it down and you'll be fine. You really will.
Don, did I ever tell you I used to be a legal assistant? I used to work for this sole practitioner. He was in the military. And so every time he was like in the reserve. So every time he would come back from his 2 weeks, he would be very militant. And he would be like, Lewis, blah, 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 blah. He would be like very, very. And I used to be like, calm down, soldier.
Stand down.
We used to do a lot of copy and paste. And so it was a mistake. Like you said, be very specific. When you copy the wrong name or you forget to change a name, it was so horrible. And then he was the type of person, like he would do the interview with the client, because it was a small office and my desk was here and I could hear from his office. So he would interview the clients and then he would take like horrible notes. And then he would be like, okay, Angie, draft up the paperwork. And I used to be like, and then I would have to call them. So when the client would come in, I would leave the door cracked and I would just listen and take notes of the information that I knew. So when they left, I would just type everything up and file it with the court. But yeah, it was fast paced. It was a lot going on.
Yeah, the law profession is funny. It's always hurry up to wait. You have so many, you get hit with deadlines, and then everything happens.
Reschedule, postpone, reschedule. Our very first federal case was a ring of Africans. They were they had this thing going on where they would match you up with an American to marry.
For green card or what?
And our person, I don't know how they I can't even remember how they got caught, because it was like probably, Brandon's 16, so it had to be like almost 20 years ago. I don't know how. A girlfriend, a disgruntled girlfriend got mad and told. I think the ringmaster of the whole thing, like he cheated on her or something. So she was like, hey, let me tell you this. So she told, and then it just all started to crumble like a house of cards. and Our Lady was like, she was like the mother of one of them, and then she was in jail, and so they wanted to deport her, and she rather stay in the U.S. jail than go back to where she was coming from. But it was a whole ring of people. It was a big mess. And it was his first federal case, and then e-filing. So I understand what she means when she's talking about it's intimidating. It was my first time having to do any of that stuff, and it was just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So yeah, I remember it, and it was his first time too. And I remember the first time he went to court. He said they tore him up, but afterwards the lady was like, "Come on, let's go to lunch." And, they talked about it. She tore him up in court because he was, he didn't know anything. It was his first case. Oh my God, it was so horrible. I was just like, oh my gosh. But I remember I worked for him for like 6 years, I think it was.
Yeah. I remember one of my first big cases. The plaintiffs came to me, and they owned an insurance company, and they were like an insurance agency under an insurance umbrella. And their family all wanted titles. So everybody was on the board. Everybody was, I'm president of this and I'm vice president of this and whatever, right? And so they get sued, and they wait until 2 days before we had to file an answer, and they came and wanted to hire me. And I'm like, what are you doing? I mean, this is multi-million-dollar suit. It's like $15 million suit. And it was
oh my gosh.
Yes.
I remember our first multi-million-dollar suit. It was this guy. He was adopted. Like, he was dirt poor. He was adopted. And so I guess the family that he was adopted into or whatever it was, like, they were really, really rich. And so all of this money had came to him, and he became a millionaire like overnight. Like, he had all this money. It was his trust set up, and they weren't treating him right, and we had to set everything up and make sure his bank accounts were done. And he met this lady, and she was bleeding him dry, and it didn't matter what we said to him. He did whatever she said. I was like, she must be putting it down, because he would buy her a house and she ain't like it. Then he would buy her another house, and all we could do is do whatever he said to do. Like, we would, it would be letters of us telling her that's not a good idea. We're advising you, blah blah blah. This and all he was just like them big heart eyes and everything she said. Buy a new house, furnish the whole house. I don't like this house. Buy a new house, furnish the whole house. My kids need this, and we were just like, it was a big giant mess. But I remember he was a millionaire, and he had to go out of town to meet with their attorneys. It was something about some extra money or something, and they didn't want him to get the money or something. And we found out there was a tax error and all this stuff. And so he got his accountants in, and we ended up getting them some money back because it was a flaw in the way that they did. It was all kinds of, it was a big old mess. But this man went from like dirt poor to like a millionaire overnight. And when I say that he was running through that money like it was water. It was so sad. I don't know whatever happened to him, but it was a big old mess. And that lady was making out like a bandit, because all she would be like is, I won't, and he'll be like, get it, whatever she wanted, cars, houses, furniture.
Well, with this group, they were fussing at my retainer. They're getting into litigation for a $15 million suit, and they're fussing because I'm like, it's a $20,000 retainer, cash up front in the bank, please. And they're like, oh, can we just give you $1,500? I'm like,
our federal case, he asked for $10,000, and they were kind of like blah blah. He was like, look, this is a federal case, and it's a whole bunch of y'all.
Yeah, and
we were the low person on the totem pole. Like, yeah, and so that 10 was nothing. They were paying everybody else $25,000 and $30,000.
And that's what I told them. I said, if you're balking right now at 20, then I'm not your attorney, because this is not going to cost you 20. This is going to cost you 10 times 20. Because in the end, with all the back and forth, and I tell you what, that litigation was crazy. But the worst part is you had mothers and aunts and whatever, all these titles. And then what happened is that made this case so bad for them is that they did not file their state documents on a timely basis for the year. And during that time, when they were lapsed, their corporation lapsed. And while it was lapsed, that's when the suit happened. And so everybody who was a director or a manager of that business was now personally liable. Even though it was an LLC, because they had lapsed, all of them. So you have this aunt over here who doesn't know a damn thing about, never has walked into the business, and she's equally liable to everybody else. And I mean, it was crazy. In the
Oh
end,
yeah.
they I think we settled, and our folks paid like 125,000 of a $15 million thing. I mean, we got an amazing judgment. We really did. We got an amazing deal out of it, but I did not expect it going in. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And all the people that have to be involved, like with that one guy that was a millionaire, we were dealing with the bank people. Then we were setting up a trust. So we had another attorney, we were dealing with the trust, and then the attorney for the family. And then we were his attorney. It used to just be a nightmare scheduling stuff and all the stuff that was going on. Keena, the list is still open and Keena is adding people. Sass, we are live and Keena will let you know if you make the list. She's still adding. She will add you and let you know if you're on the list. Let her know if you have specific or general question.
So next in line is actually back to why we're here. Oh, Roxanne, you are next. And Roxanne did have a question. I think Roxanne was a general. She probably gave up on us already. I don't know.
Sorry, Roxanne.
Roxanne. Let me see if I can find her question. Here it is, somewhere here. Roxanne Evans, there's a yep, there's a yes, I am here. Okay.
Hi, Quinaya. Hi, Quinn. Hi, Stella.
You don't
Stella's Bookish World. Hello.
Roxanne, can you remind us again of your question? I know it popped up after.
Creating Balance says, how many jobs have you had, Don? You would be surprised the number of jobs I've had too. But Don has been a worldwide traveler.
Yeah, I've had a number. The first job I did was at 16. I graduated at 16, so I went to school and full-time working at Montgomery Ward's, which is it was a catalog store and also a retail store, but catalog store. And then I also worked as a bouncer at night at a big nightclub.
Really?
I was 16 and 300 pounds. So people I was big, but they didn't want to mess with me, even though I was fat and not really healthy. And then I also worked and at the same time, I was doing a third job as a guard at the courthouse on Saturdays. And then
at 16?
Yes.
This was a small town?
No, this is Baltimore.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah. And then when I graduated, I applied for one job. When I graduated from engineering school, I applied for one job, and that was National Security Agency in Fort Meade, which is a federal government job, and it's where we do electronic intelligence. And so then I got that job, and I worked there for a number of years, and then I was recruited out of that job to work for a company in Germany. And in Germany, I was working on the IDEN computer, helping to have the cruise missile find its way to its target because it was having problems. So I had to work to fix that. And then I was asked to leave that job and go to work for the same company, but in a different group in Ramstein, outside of Ramstein Air Base, Germany. And I built and I worked with a group that built the Computer War Simulation Center, which was amazing and fun. And we actually, when we got it done, we were practicing and teaching the NATO countries and Korea and Japan. We were promoting it all over the place and practicing it. And our first test of it was the Gulf War, the first Gulf War. And it was very successful because we programmed the hell out of that. We ran that war many times over and over and over again for weeks and months at a time to make sure that when we went in that we knew what we were doing. And it worked out successfully because we lost very few people with the Gulf War. And then I left there. I decided to go back to school because I was leaving engineering because I started getting promoted to my level of incompetence and I didn't want anybody else over me. And finally I said, you know what, I want something different. So I went to Texas A&M, and while I was there, I wanted to be a student. And I was so bored because I needed something else, and I became a realtor. So I was a realtor and a student at Texas A&M at the same time. And then when I graduated A&M, I went to Houston to law school. And after law school, during law school, I was a clerk law clerk for two different people. One was a family law attorney, and I'm like, hell no. And the second was a wills and probate attorney, and I'm like, this is kind of more like what I want. And then when I left that job, when I took the bar, waiting for the results, and my boss called the bank and said, it was a local bank, and he said, we're going to lunch. You need to told the head of the bank, right? You need the president of the bank. He said, we're going to lunch. meet me out there on Friday. This time I'm coming to pick you up, and you're going to meet Mr. Rumer. And the head of the bank says, yeah, because my boss did a lot of business with him. So sure enough, we did. We went to lunch, and he said, this is Mr. Rumer. He's going to open his own law firm. You need to give him $25,000. If you need anything, you come to me for it. Don't bother him. Give him 25. And that's how I started my firm. And I worked for myself for a while, but then I started getting back into real estate as well. So I was doing real estate. I was investing in real estate. I was a realtor and a lawyer. So I've done a lot of things. And then when I moved here to Arizona, I kind of gave up a lot of that and was doing less. I did real estate here as well and own rental properties. But ultimately what I did is I also was appointed to the Maricopa County Board of Health. And so I sat at the county hospital, at the head of the board at the county hospital.
When I met you, you were doing something with a children's foundation or something with kids and adoption?
Yeah. Well, that one I was doing, it was called not River Rampage. I can't think of the name, but I was on the board of that organization where we had disabled kids, and we took disabled kids who had various levels of issues, and we would take them on rafting trips for a week.
I remember that because I remember the reading something about, oh, you're going to get money or you're going to get funding. Right. It was something about needing money for, yeah.
Yep. And so we would take kids who would never have a chance to go hiking. We would take them for hiking for a day, or we would go on rafting trips, and they would go down the river and then stop for the day, pull over, they would camp, and then the circle would have a conversation about what the kids experienced that day. And they all get back in the boat the next morning, go down a little further, get off, and do that for 7 days along the San Juan River. And it was great. Or they do it through the Grand Canyon, because they also do that one. And it was such an amazing organization. That organization just closed and merged with Ability 360 here in Phoenix. But for a long time, it was an amazing organization on its own. So that's it.
Varsity K, Kina will let you know if you make the list. She's managing like 7 platforms, so just give her time to let you know. She hasn't told us that it's closed yet, so just give her time. Mike, oh, they did not. Oh, she said you didn't. I'm sorry, it is closed. I'm sorry. Let me shut up. Kina already told you. And then is this the Mike that was on here last week? That's in
England.
Because that's an odd question, Mike.
Yes. I don't understand the question at all, Mike, because Lord knows that's not your reality. Oh, no, wait a minute. There was a question before that one. It's like, do you think animals like bats? No, there was something before that one.
That's the question I was reading. Like, do you seriously want to know that?
Well, there was one before that one that was kind of crazy for Mike.
Oh, too. I didn't see that one.
Something about institution or insane asylum.
Are you having a pint, Mike? Are you?
He said, will I ever get out of this maximum security mental hospital? It's like, Mike, you're not in one, so I don't know what you're talking about. So how do you get into doing reading?
How did you?
Oh, how did I? Oh, me or Angie? Well, actually, Angie, how did you? And then
one day, me and my sister Kina, who's managing the list on the background, we were talking and we realized that we were both looking at readings online. And then she had a coworker who was telling her about the crystal shop. So we went to go visit the crystal shop. Then we met Tina and we heard about the classes. And so we started going to classes. But as far as having visions, I've had visions since I was a little kid. The earliest I can remember is about 5. And it was kind of like just seeing things before they happened, but actually started doing readings. It was probably about 3 or 4, maybe 5 years ago now that Kina and I started going to Everything Just Rocks. And then we met Tina, and then we started going to class. And then I eventually met Don, and I started doing the readings in class, but prior to that, I wasn't doing anything, but that's how I got into it. It just got stronger and stronger and stronger. And then the more I went to class, the more my abilities developed, or the more that I was able to understand what I was hearing and seeing and feeling. So, but I've had visions since I was 5.
There's some, and Jody, for you and for everybody else, there are some great backstories for Angie, myself, and Tanisha that are on Just Spiritually Speaking. So if you look up Just Spiritually Speaking, or even my website, I think it's there too. But
And
most
mine too.
yeah, and Angie's too, but definitely Just Spiritually Speaking. And there are we actually, when we first started it, we went on and explained why we were doing it and what we were doing, and then we interviewed other practitioners and what they're doing and how they come to their abilities. So it's a more in-depth story of understanding how we came to know and appreciate our abilities and to grow them and develop them. And Angie and I have an amazing story about how we met, and it's funny, we just talked about that yesterday. And it was the craziest thing.
Angie.
Exactly. Those 3 words, that was all it took.
Miss Arkesha, the list is closed. And if I remember the last couple times you were on the list, you would disappear and we would be calling your name and we would miss you. But I'm sorry, the list is already closed. Kina just closed the list maybe about 10 minutes ago.
Yep. So anyway, so with that said, Roxanne, general love reading.
As soon as I
Oh,
read,
no, Angie, you said that when you asked her about that, it was general.
I thought she just meant general.
Yeah, I think that's what because you asked her that and she said, yes, general, my love, which she meant us as my love. So you're right. I think it's just general. Yeah.
But as soon as I read the word general, I heard the word career. Are you having and then now I hear the word upheaval. Are you having an upheaval in your career, or are you having like it seems to be something that is going on at work? So upheaval to me, and now they're showing me the Tower card, means that there is going to be some things that are going to be shaken up and shaken loose. So maybe it's time for you to move on from your job and you're not ready to go, and so the Almighty, the universe, or however you refer to your higher power, is going to go ahead and shake some things up and move some things around for you, because they're showing me the Tower card. And when there's a tower, that means that you're not moving, they're moving it for you. And so I did hear career, I did hear upheaval. So was your organization acquired by another business, and now there's a like reorganization? Because they're showing me like an org chart and there's just people moving around here and there, and they're kind of, this person can stay, this person can go. And so I think it's time for you to move on, but you're like, they're giving me like there's some fear or apprehension of you leaving maybe. But I did hear career, I did hear upheaval, I did see the Tower card, and I do see like maybe it's time for you to move on, and you haven't quite decided to move on yet or know where you want to go, because I feel like you've had longevity at this job, and that's what I got.
My question for you, Roxanne, are you in media somehow? Are you in like social media, or are you in media in front of a camera? Because for some reason I'm seeing, or I'm feeling you in a media situation. So if you're still here, Roxanne, can you let us know if you're somehow involved in social media? Again, do you have your own page or something, and you're active in the sense, not just, somebody who follows Facebook, but I mean somebody who has a page and who is a creator, or are you somebody who is again maybe on TV or maybe on something? Because I'm actually seeing you in that setting, more of an interview setting. Roxanne.
Jody, Keena said you did make the list. I don't know why she wants me to tell you, but she said you did make the list. So maybe she can't find you. And Mike, we do know that animals are spiritual. They're called spirit animals.
Linda making tacos. Linda says, hello, my
I was
love.
just going to say, I wish. Now I'm hungry. My stomach started growling as soon as I saw the taco. And she put a picture of it, like, just in case you don't know what the word taco means. Here's a taco.
Linda, what are you doing to me here? Oh my gosh. I could just visualize the tacos. My gosh. Oh man. I'm telling you, I didn't have dinner tonight either.
Saying, did you leave? I just gave you a nice reading and you're not even here to receive it. Like, I'm offended just a little bit. I know we took a long time and went off on a tangent, but really, you're supposed to be like a super fan. Like, come on. I know, you know us by now.
Lord have mercy. We must have been too long even when Roxanne leaves.
She's like, gotta go.
Exactly. It's like, damn, you guys are off on a tangent. Next in line then is, but Roxanne, I do, again, when you read this, if you hear this again, you're good there. Let's see. Next is Rose Flower. Is that right? Yes, we did Clara and we did Roxanne. So next is Rose Flower, and Rose Flower is a general. She wants a general.
Rose Flower, do you have a specific question? Every single week, I think you say general. So
Are you still here, Roseflower? And after Roseflower is Devon, and then after that is Sahu. Are y'all here? Is y'all here? Attention, 1, 2, 3. I think we put him to sleep, Angie.
Roseflower's here.
Oh,
So
very
you
good.
don't have a specific question, Roseflower. You just want a general. So you just want to know like about your overall whatever.
Buns fish. I love
Buns
that name.
fish, is that? No, that's somebody else. I thought that was Meg, but hers is something else, isn't it?
Meg White's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I saw Meg White pop up here. Oh no, it was earlier. I saw her on something. I see.
Oh, okay.
Linda says, "Love you guys. You make my night."
Okay. Well, Roseflower, you said general, so let me see. Immediately when I asked, what information do you have for Roseflower, I heard, what are you waiting for? Like, is there some decision? And then they showed me specifically the 2 of Pentacles where you're kind of balancing the decision that you need to make. So I need to know what, like, I don't need to know, but they're showing me that there's a decision that you need to make. And it says, what are you waiting for? Why aren't you just moving forward with it? And why do you keep, like, it's like you want us to tell you each step to take, what to do tomorrow, what to do the next day, what to do the next day. And they're saying, why don't you just go ahead and what are you waiting on? Like, why aren't you moving forward? Why aren't you taking an action on whatever it is that you're balancing out? And they're making it seem like it's career or school. Like, are you thinking about like, oh, maybe I want to go back to school, maybe I want to work, maybe I want to do both? Because they're showing it to me like this, and he's not balancing. And for me, the 2 of Pentacles is balancing your resources. Like, you only have so much time in a day, you only have so much attention you can give to 1 or 2 things. And so they're saying just balancing out all the resources that you have. And so that's how they're showing it to me. So school, I keep hearing school, medical school. Like, are you thinking about medical school? And then I see a white coat, but I see a man in a white coat. So are you like an physician assistant or something like that? Or are you thinking about going to be a physician assistant? Because I see this person talking to you. Like, they're showing me like the back of a medical office, and then I see like a folder on the desk, and then I see a man talking to you about it. So is that what you're thinking about? If that is what you're thinking about, it seems like a yes. Or is that what you currently do? But I see like you're trying to balance out and decide what you want to do, and you just aren't balancing your time. They're making it specifically like you're not balancing your time. So you're saying you're overwhelmed, and you are Jesus Christ. That threw me. She says, no, I'm a programmer. Okay, so, but are you, I think I remember reading that. They're showing me a doctor. So, okay, you're talking to a doctor, and there's a nurse. So do you have a medical issue? Because maybe this is the nurse and the doctor talking about you, because I don't see the top of them. I only see them from the neck down. So there's a doctor and there's a nurse, and they're in the back of the medical office, and they're talking about somebody's file. And so I asked about you. So it's either something medical, maybe you need to go to the doctor, or it's something about your medical condition, but they're discussing. It doesn't seem intense and it doesn't seem dire, but I do see them two talking about it in the background. And then as far as balancing out your resources, like you're just not balancing out your time, and it seems like you're overwhelmed, or it's stressing you to the point that you may have anxiety and or something like that is how they're showing it to me. So I'm assuming that the doctor and the nurse, maybe it's because you're like elevating, like there's some kind of anxiety, or is it causing you some kind of stress or medical issue, is how they're showing it to me. And that's all I'm getting.
Super. The thing I've got for you,
Roseflower.
Roseflower. Thank you. The thing I got for you is the 4 of Cups, And again, when I see the Four of Cups generally says things are stable, but you need to shake it up. You got to do some shaking up because you're kind of bored. I don't know if you're bored or you're just kind of tired or you're frustrated or whatever. I'm getting bored. I'm thinking you need to shake things up a little bit. And it is time for a change. The Death card comes out. So it is time for a change. And this card, when you see the Death card versus the Tower card, the Death card tells you that change is something that's a change that you kind of initiate, something you have control over. If it's a Tower card, it means that you need to deal with and work with a change that's coming from other sources. But this one is you. And again, you need change. You need to do something that's going to, again, change things up. You need to shake things up. And this is saying you need to take the stick out of your ass. I'm telling you, Roseflower, you are too serious. You are. I'm sorry, but that's what I heard, so I'm telling it. Anyway, you are too serious, and you're just like too uptight, and you're just not enjoying life as much as you should. So take the stick out and enjoy yourself. Walk with your back not so straight. Walk with a bit of an attitude, and enjoy life a little bit because again, you've got to do something. You got to shake it up. I mean, right now, this is that attitude. This is that Devil card. The Devil card is again, you're going right to that negative. You're going right to that it is awful and whatever. And it's like, damn, girl, shake it up. Again, take that stick out and enjoy life. You no one's else going to do it for you. So that's what I'm getting. So Roseflower, sunflower. Oh my gosh, Roseflower. Definitely listen to the cards. The cards are trying to tell you something. And look at this. You have the ability. You are the Empress. You're in control. Again, you are in control. This is saying this is new. This is fertility. This is change. This is movement forward. So get down to it. Again, don't wait for somebody else. They're not going to do it.
Linda said, is there a wand or a sword?
I'm going with wand.
Oh my.
It doesn't hurt.
And that could be it. She could be so wound up tight that she's anxious and it's causing some kind of medical issue because I clearly see a doctor and a nurse talking. Mm-hmm. And so that could be it too. Like you're wound up so tight that you're stressing yourself out or you're anxious, but you're definitely not balancing your time or your resources is how they're showing it.
Yep. So do a wandectomy, do a stickectomy, and get back to life. Get back to enjoying life. I mean, you are indeed you're the best source to make it happen. Don't look for somebody else. It ain't gonna happen. They're not changing it. You got to make the change. So get to it. Get really seriously. And with that said, anything else before we move on? Now that I've really
no, I was almost as red as this. Cranberry juice.
As my glasses. Oh my gosh. Devin Rogers wants a general.
Devin. Okay.
Bonnie says, tell her to have her adrenal glands checked. I love nurse humor. I love it.
I don't think those glands are down there.
There it is. There it is. Oh my gosh. Well, I'll tell you a funny thing.
The list is closed. I'm sorry. We closed the list about maybe 15 or 20 minutes ago.
Apparently not soon enough. It was so funny. We were in Paris years ago, right? And it was summertime. Oh my God, I'm sweating here. It was summertime. It was Paris. It was hot and it was stanky because the Parisians don't do the little picking up after themselves, their dogs, And so she said the adrenal glands are on top of the kidneys. You too. Let's see. How can I donate to Skip? Skip what? No, we don't.
Oh, we don't do that. We don't take donations to move you up on the list. You just have to be here like literally in the first probably 30 minutes to get on the list. The list closes fast. We don't take donations to move you up.
Yeah, we don't take
donations. Here. I have my AirPod in and I'm in the middle of wound care.
So
as the patient, I am not okay with that.
Exactly. Yeah. But I'll tell you, it's funny. I'll finish the story real quick. And that is, we were in Paris. It was hot. And it was, and we had Juliana, our daughter, with us. And the bonbons, the dog's bonbons were all over the place, right? And you're walking. And so one day I looked down, I'm like, poop. And I'm like, poop, there it is. Poop, there it is. And I started singing that song. Poop, there it is. Poop, there it is. And from that point on, there was the funniest thing throughout the rest of the trip. And even after that, even to this day, we start singing that song when we see it. And it's like one of those moments because, again, the Parisians do not know how to pick up the dog poop off of the floor when they do their thing. It was crazy. So poop, there it is. Poop, there. So now, Devin, again, you're taking care of patients and you're listening to us.
Girl, put us on speaker so they can hear us too. You know, they might need some entertainment. I mean, you are like,
they may need a reading.
It might be hurting some kind of way, and this might make them laugh. Go ahead, let them hear. But, okay, you said a general reading. I always get very and again, I'm getting this. I'm getting the south. I'm getting lush grass. I'm getting the beach. I'm smelling the salt in the in the water. I'm like the ocean. I'm smelling that like you want to go. And then I'm hearing the time is ripe. Like they're showing me plucking fruit off a tree. Like it's time for you to bear fruit. You've put in all this work. You've done all this stuff. You're not extremely excited about the place of employment where you are, and they're saying the time is ripe. It's for the picking. Just you're bearing fruit. Pick. Yes, we do. Devin is from Michigan. She's our cousin. She's the one where the grandfather came in that day and she fell asleep. I mean, she didn't fall asleep. Her phone went dead. Yeah. So I'm hearing ripe. The fruit, you're bearing fruit, and it's like it's literally for the picking. You can decide what you want. You just have to do it. And I don't feel like there's fear. There's obligation. I keep getting the same thing over and over. There's obligation. Oh. Wait a minute. Keena back there. Keena, what you sipping on back there? Keena. Oh my. Y'all can't see what Keena said back there. Wait a minute. Sorry. Lord help me. What was I saying? Something about fruit, Lord. I promise it's cranberry juice. I'm not even playing. It's cranberry juice. Yes, right for the picking. So you just decide where you want to go or what you want to do, and you could just move forward. You could be so much higher in your career. Like the place where you are, I feel like there's a ceiling and there's not much room for advancement because there's not many opportunities in this location. But if you would just branch out and just like even just put your resume out there, like they're not even saying like you have to actively pursue. Just update your resume and put it out there, and you'll see how in demand you are. And then you'll have your choices and your options to do, but you're not even just putting you're not even trying to put yourself out there or even see what your options are because there's obligation, and they're saying it's time for you to go. Like they're literally showing me a bird being pushed out of the nest. Like you don't want to go, and the mama bird is pushing you out of the nest. Like it's time for you to go. It's time for you to relocate. It's time for you to move. Like your opportunities are greater somewhere else. There's so much more of the world to see. And they said once you get where you go, where you're supposed to go, you can bring others, but you at least need to get out there and see what needs to go, what's out there for you. There's so many more opportunities. You're so much more valuable than you're allowing yourself to be utilized for. Like where you are, I don't feel like they value you in the way that a new facility would with the amount of knowledge that you have and the amount of experience that you have. And so they just keep showing me you, and they're literally showing me like a dot on the map, as they would when you were on an airplane. You know how they say you're leaving this airport, going to that airport? They're showing me that. But then they're also showing me a U-Haul truck, like pack it up and move it out. Like it's time to go. You don't have to stay there forever. And they're saying there's many more opportunities for you. And like you could learn so much more, you could do so much more, but it's your choice. If you decide to stay, then that's where you'll be. But if you decide to go, there's a world out there for you. And you've already put your intentions out there. You've already prayed. You pray all the time. You're asking God to help you. You're asking God to send you this. You're asking God to send you that. And every time we tell you what to do, you just go right back to your regular world and you don't do it. And then you pray some more. And they're like, just do it. at least just put the resume out there and then see what response you get, and then you can move forward from that. But at least take the step forward to at least update your resume and just put it on a couple of sites and then see what you get. And that's all I got.
Well, Angie, I got to do it. I got to do it. Here it comes. Get her done.
Get her done.
Get her done.
15 and a half years at the same place. Yeah, like you could literally be like the program manager or like the top person of a facility by now in 15 years.
Yeah. Devin, the one thing that came to me is when Angie was talking is I see you moving to a house, and it's interesting because I think you want a 1-story, but I'm seeing you in a 2-story, and I'm seeing you in kind of like an older kind of not Victorian, but kind of like that. It's not ornate like a Victorian, but it's kind of like maybe a shaker style anyway. But it's like again 2 stories, and I see I see this nice home. Very inviting, very warm, dark woods and stuff like that. So I see wood flooring. I see it's more of like I don't know. Maybe, I'm not sure. It's not 50s because 50s and 60s are that kind of new modern stuff. This is not like that. This is more of a traditional house in an old way. And so I'm seeing you in that house. And again, it's even though you want a 1-story, that you're going to wind up in a 2-story because you're going to find this house and you're going to love it. And there's some wood cabinetry that just draws your attention. There's some finishes to that house that again are part of that era, that generation that you're going to fall in love with. And I'm also seeing, of course, the fireplace. And it's interesting because I'm visualizing this, the fireplace. So it's like this, the same flue is for 2 rooms, one above and one below. Yeah, I'm seeing you move and I'm seeing you in that house. So do not be surprised when that happens.
She's looking for a house.
Yeah, and it's funny because when you talked about the dots, it's like Sleepless in Seattle, and I remember the movie, but it goes and then so anyway, that's what I got. That's what I have for you, Devin. So I see you moving, and I see a wonderful, amazing house, and it's going to be calling.
So can you at least come back next week and tell us that you put your resume out and let us know an update, like at least that you put it out there? 15 and a half years, that is an amazing amount of experience. You definitely could be making a lot more. Like they're showing me Pentacles falling, but they're not. The way that they're showing me the Pentacles falling is that they're not fully there. Like they're there, but they're not there. They're falling, but they're it's like they're pixelating because you haven't decided to do what you want to do. So the money is there, and if you don't step into it, then it's not going to fall on you. But if you decide to move forward, then it's going to fall. So it's kind of like in and out. Like I see them, but I don't see them, and so the money's falling, but it's all on you.
Super. Hopefully to help Devon. Next is Sahu. Sahu, are you still with us? Are you still with us? Next after Sahu is Shiny Days, and then it's Karina. Shiny Days and Karina, you're on deck after Sahu. Let us know if you're still here, and if not, then we will move on. Again, Sahu, Shiny Days, Karina. Speak up, one of the 3 of you, so we can start the reading for one of you.
Sahu, are you here? Because before I even say anything, I just need to know that you're here because the Lord help the child. And Lord, please help this child.
Well, good. Shiny Days and Karina are here, so we may be jumping ahead here.
Let's just go to Shiny Days. Sahu, we going to do a prayer circle around your name. I'm just going to put your name in it, and we just go walk around it 15 times. Because that's how many times you done asked us about your future husband.
There's one way to get hooked up, Sahu, and that's getting out there. Making yourself available. Next is Shiny Days, and Shiny Days has a specific question. How will I know I met the person I'll be in a relationship with next, as in their physical personality traits and when I'll meet them? Oh, Shiny Days, shiny days. Can we talk? Can we talk? Shiny Days, if we were to sit here and give you a breakdown of traits, and I'm guilty of this. I used to do this. But if I gave you a breakdown of the traits and what the person's name is going to be and that kind of stuff, all that's going to do is it's going to limit you. And when you're out in a situation where you could be meeting somebody else, you're going to say, oh, no, that's not me because it's not the person they said. Shiny Days, the most important, this is not psychic. This is nothing but life itself talking to you, an old man. put yourself out there, go out there and connect with people, and don't worry about what they look like and personality traits and all those things. Just put yourself out there and enjoy life. And when you're enjoying life, your significant other will find you, because they'll be so enthralled with your happiness and your joy of living that they'll be drawn to you. If you're spending all the time walking in and instantly scanning, saying who's going to be my husband, who's going to be my boyfriend, then you're not living your life and you're not enjoying your time. So start enjoying your time. Get out there, enjoy the moment. And when you do and you start enjoying life, people will be drawn to you. You'll be a magnet because they're drawn to that happiness and that joy. Angie, I'll leave it there.
I actually did specifically ask the question that you asked, and they said, "Do you know what you want? Do you, if you met someone who had all the physical and personality traits, would you know what they are? What do you want in him? Do you want him funny? Do you want him tall? Do you want him short? Do you want him broad shoulders, big chest, little chest, you want them skinny, you want big hands, big feet, long hair, short hair, like, what do you want? Like, you have to tell them what you want. And so this is sincerely what I heard. Give us something to work with. Tell us what you want. Make a list of what you want. I want him to be this. I want him to be that. Like, do you want him to be athletic? Do you want him to be a sports fan? Do you want him to love romantic comedies? You have to give them something to want. I already told my Troy story. I gave him everything, even a name. He is brown skin. He is taller than me. He has a wide, bill, big hands and feet, because big gloves. His name is Troy. Like, I gave him everything. I gave the universe everything I wanted him to be. I want him to be funny. I want him to be a family man. I want him to be this. I want him to be that. But I told the universe over and over and over what I want. And they were like, we got it, Angie. We know what you want. And I said, well, where is he? That's what I want to know. But I'm just saying, I at least gave them something to work with. So if they send you this person, would you even know what you want this person to look like? Or do you even want them to be oh, what are you eating? Like, what would you want them to look like, or to have, or to be? Like, you have to give them something to work with. So I can tell you all day that he's a tall brown skinned man with short, with a short haircut, this and that. But if that's not what you want, then they don't know what to give you. They can give you anybody, but is that what you want? They're saying give them something to work with, and then get out there and decide what and see what's out there. Like, you could see that person. If I tell you his name is John David or John or whatever, I tell him, every time you meet somebody and every John you meet, you're going to be nice too. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they said his name was going to be John. Oh, they said he's going to be tall. So every tall man, you're like, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. You're limiting your choices because you want me to give you specifics. Let me tell you something. If I knew specifically what my husband was going to look like immediately right now, don't you think I'd be looking for him? Like, you have to decide what you want, and then they'll give it to you. Like, they're literally showing me a funnel, and everything you ask, they're just funneling in that person. Ask and you shall receive. You haven't even asked for anything. Only thing you want to know is, what is he going to look like? Where am I going to meet him? Is he going to be, is he going to be nice? Is he going to be mean? Is he going to be whatever? I don't know. But you have to decide what you want so they can at least send that to you. That's what I'm getting from them. So they're not giving me any specifics, but they did tell me to pose that question. And that is serious. They did tell me to pose that question. Do you know what you want? And have you decided, like, what those traits are for them to even try to put that together? And that's all I got.
Yeah. And the other thing that came to me, Shani, is that you're not defined by your relationship. So again, you have to define yourself. And once you define yourself and you find yourself, and then again, that's when people are going to find you, because again, the relationship does not make you. It does not make you.
All of those weren't mistakes. They were just lessons. You learned from each of those relationships. You learned something. I don't like this. I don't like to be treated like that. I don't like this. I don't like that. And so in each of the relationships that did not work, I learned something about that person that I learned something that I did or did not like. Oh, I don't like a person that does this. I don't like a person that does that. I don't like this. I don't like. So you learn things from those weren't mistakes. Those were just lessons to be learned. And you could also if you think that you're going to meet the perfect person, you're not. This person is still going to be someone you're going to have to work with. So saying that you want to know what they're going to look like to avoid mistakes, I mean, you can't just decide that, oh, if I know that they're a tall person that's this or that, that I'm not going to have, that's going to be my perfect person, because you're still going into it thinking that this is the perfect person, and nobody's perfect. Everybody has flaws, except for me.
I can say, what are you talking about? Speak for yourself.
Everybody had, every relationship has things that you have to work on. And so you just have to, decide to work through whatever those things are. But at least you have a list of things that you don't like. Now, what's the list of things that you think that you might like based on the situations that you've had in the past? Those are just lessons. And if they were before, like you were 21, they don't even count in my book. Like anybody before 21 don't even count. So just keep on moving. And then what was it?
Hopefully it helps your shiny days. Next in line is.
Let me say, Mike, he said, I am 5'2", bald, and unemployed. Do you feel attracted to me? Absolutely not, sir. Absolutely not. Unemployed is where we ended. Unless you are like wealthy. Like, are you like independently wealthy in some kind of way? But you're in a mental institution, and they not gonna let me come in there and visit you. And I'm not coming all the way across the sea to come visit somebody who is in a cell next to another person. Like, so no, thank you, Mike. Oh, Alicia said before 30. Anybody before 30 don't even count. Those are just like that's practice. So everybody before 30 don't even count. That's practice. So just keep on keeping on. And then the next person you meet could be somebody. Like, just be open to finding somebody and not a specific person. Be open to just, hey, how you doing? Hey, let's have coffee. Let's have lunch. Let's have this. Listen, I've met people just walking, you literally walking, hot, sweaty, walking down the street, and met somebody. It didn't turn into nothing, but I still met somebody. He was the same height as me, and I can't date people the same height as me, because when I put on heels, I'm taller than you, and I can't look down at you. I need to look up at you, and that's another problem for you, Mike. You're not even taller than I am. But that's all I'm trying to say.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And by the way, again, everybody, I'm going to take this off a minute. Look at these email addresses. Angie has one over there. I have one here. If you want to join our class, which is again a class where we are cultivating, growing, developing, and practicing our psychic abilities. It runs every Tuesday evening, 6 p.m. West Coast, 9 p.m. East Coast for 2 hours. You need to let us know by sending us an email, and then we can add you to the list, because it is a Zoom class and you will need an invitation to click a link. You cannot just jump in the class. So if anybody's interested, if you want to experiment and to grow and to even find out, we have people from all different levels and all different backgrounds and from many, many different states. So everybody is welcome. Just want to make sure I mentioned that real quick. Linda said the first relationship we need to work on is a relationship with self. Absolutely.
Let me tell you, I know me very well. I know me very well. So, Lord, please don't make me know me no more. I know me inside and out, and y'all know me, Lord, Lord, Lord. Please don't make me know me no more. I know me from here to the bottom of my feet. I just know me. I know that I got a mole on the bottom of my foot. Like, I know me. Lord, I know me. And they like, you think you do. That's all right. My guys are real catty today. But did you see the secret tarot is from Antarctica?
No, I didn't see that. Welcome
She
in.
is on here. She says she's from Antarctica.
Oh my gosh, there's hardly nobody there in Antarctica. Are you like on a project before? Well, no, it is winter there. So you're in the Antarctica in winter? Because I had a friend of mine just come back about a month and a half ago before the winter really set in over there.
Oh, Shiny Day says she's younger than 30. So none of these people count.
Exactly.
You don't even have to remember them. I don't remember anybody before 30. And then one of them after 30, I'm trying to forget.
Karina Chandler, you are next, and you wanted a love reading. A love reading. She wants a love reading. Are you still here, Karina? You were here a few minutes ago. I'm guessing you still are.
Ronika, I don't even believe that is the age that you are. You do not look like that in the picture. But maybe I need to, blow the picture
up. Karina says she is here.
Okay. And she says a love reading.
Love.
Praise the Lord.
It's that kind of night. Tonight, 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 tonight. Are you looking for a new relationship? Because there's the Ace of Wands. And when the Ace of Wands comes out, that's telling you new. So it looks like you're looking for something new. Is that the case? The other thing I get is here's the 10 of Pentacles. So apparently you came out of a relationship. This is, again, the end of a cycle. Anytime you see a 10 in tarot, you're ending a cycle, and then you're beginning something new. So again, you've come out of a relationship recently, or you're having an issue with a relationship, and a new one is on the horizon. I'm seeing that here. There's that night. The night's coming in. So apparently you are female, and this is a male coming in. He's on the horizon. So he's coming in, but he's coming in hard charging. And so he's kind of aggressive, and he's kind of a bit of he's got an ego problem. Anyway, but you're gonna like the person. You guys are gonna work. This is a 3 of Cups, so it's celebration time. But yeah, it's interesting. Wow, and actually, it's gonna work together. So because apparently you're gonna yield to his kind of egotistical ways. You're kind of drawn to that kind of person, kind of cocky, and that's what I'm saying here. And yes, cocky in the cocky attitude.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Let's look at me. Look at my eyes. Don't do it. Don't do it. Not with a cocky attitude. Lord help her. You just gonna be like, kick him right down the steps. Don't do it. Mike said if I come over there, he'll think about getting a job. You better think about paying for that ticket. And if you ain't got no job, you ain't got to be able to pay for that ticket. So no, Mike.
Got to have a J if you want to be with me.
Hello, say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Have a J-O-B if
Can you pay my bills? Destiny Child, listen.
Exactly.
Okay, Karina says she's been single for 5 years. Okay, so
well, new one's coming.
I'm not getting anything about the love. I am totally not getting anything on this one about the love. I heard stay out there, then I heard put yourself out there. So are you even actively out and about, or are you thinking like the mailman's gonna knock on your door with a package and you're gonna fall dreamily in love? Because I'm hearing them saying like you have to get out there and put yourself out there and be available for somebody to find you. They're not just mail order. Do they have mail order husbands? Because I've heard of mail order brides, but do they have mail order husbands?
Probably so.
Mike, you can be my mail order husband when they clear you mentally. I can't have you coming over here. But when they clear you mentally, you can be my mail order husband. Hey, Tony said no romance without finance. I'm with it. But they're saying I clearly heard get out there. Like you have to get out there and at least be open to it. You may be one of them people like me who say, "Oh, I'm looking," and then when somebody approach me, I'll be like, "No, thank you, sir. No, thank you. No, thank you." And so they're saying at least get out there, be open, and give off. They're saying give off the vibes that you are looking for someone, not that you are repulsed by everybody that approaches you. You know what? I feel judged right now. I feel just a little bit judged because the people be telling me like, "Oh my God, what?" So this space just isn't for on here. Like when I'm out and about, and sometimes I'll be like, "Lord, please don't come over here." And so that's probably why I don't have a husband, because I'll be like, "Don't tell him over here. Don't do it. Don't do it." That's all I'm saying. But they are saying at least get out there and make yourself available for someone to find you, because they're making it seem like you're in the house and you're just kind of romanticizing, like you're watching romantic comedies and you're romanticizing and you're loving it. and you're loving the idea of it, but you're not making yourself available to be found. And so that's how they're showing. And then they're showing me the swipe of an app. So have you thought about online dating, or have you tried online dating? That may be something for you. And I can tell you, no, I have not tried online dating, because every time I think about it, I hear something on the news about somebody being like, so no, thank you. But I'm just saying, you could try it. And that's all I'm getting.
Well, super. Hopefully, you'll put yourself out there. You'll be ready for this. And again, it's coming. Be open and be prepared. Be
And hopefully
ready.
he has a job.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, she says you just have Instagram. But do you go out and about? Like, do you go out with friends, or do you, like, when you're out and about, are you welcoming and inviting, or are you like, don't get too close, COVID, just move it back? That's all I'm trying to say. That's it.
Well, super. Next is Samantha Madigan, and Samantha Madigan is asking a question on the guy. So, a question on the guy I'm talking to. His name is.
Oh, Jason with the mask. That's
Mhm.
okay.
Jason.
Like it's not, the full moon already passed, so now it's about to be the new moon. I'm just trying to figure out why everybody want to be in love today. I always put myself out there, but guys never approach me. Let me tell you, I think I'll put myself out there, but this how I look, Corina, like, because I be thinking in my head, Lord, please don't send him over here. He is awful. And so you might think that you were putting yourself out there, but what you really look like is, Lord, please don't send him over here, because he's awful. So that's what I'm just saying. If your friends come up to you and be like, "Are you okay?" then you're not putting yourself out there. That's what my friends do.
Yeah.
They be like, "Are you okay?" No.
I am
'Cause
guilty. I am guilty of having a resting bitch face. And so when people see me,
immediately, like,
yeah, they're like,
and it don't take much. Like, is his belt buckle? Did he miss a loop on his belt buckle? No, not even. Like, he did that one that way, and not that one. Now he don't even know how to put his clothes on right. And he could be a nice person, but because he missed that belt loop, I'm just like, well, no, thank you.
well, I have that face, and so when people see me, they're like, they're afraid to even come. They're like, Lord, that guy has just like, no, they avoid me. They walk the other way unless I have a shirt. And one of the shirts I wear is I'm done with peopling today. You know? And so people are like, I like your shirt.
I have a shirt that says no, thank you. Just absolutely no, thank you.
So that's my face. My face says that. Not today, Satan. Not today.
Imagine how many texts I get that says Angie, fix your face. So imagine me out in public when this is live, and multiple people are coming at me, and then it's also a little bit of influence in my glass. I just be like, can I buy you a drink? No, I have one here and one here. No, thank you.
I love it. So let's see, Samantha, back to you. A question on the guy I'm talking to. His name is Jason. I wouldn't be ordering wedding rings, and I would not be setting a date, nor would I be renting the hall. I don't get that, but that's just me.
Well, I wouldn't either, because the first image I got of Jason was with that hockey mask on and him coming to. So I wouldn't think that Jason is good either. Like, if that's the first image that I got of him. They're making it seem like you already know this, like you came here for confirmation, like you wouldn't have asked that question if you felt like this was something secure. Like, they're saying you don't feel secure in the relationship. I heard insecurities, and not necessarily that you're an insecure person, like you don't think that you're beautiful, or that you don't think that you are attractive. It's just like you're questioning. Like, they're showing me the seven of swords, so that, to me, that means that there's some deception, there's some information that and you just wanted us to say, hey, is he good? Is he not good? And I'm getting no, that he's not, and just move on and move forward. But again, they're telling it to me as if you already knew, and this is kind of confirmation that you already knew that he wasn't good, and you were just kind of trying to check to see if you were just being too hard on him. But they're saying you could probably name or list several things that have happened that have made you feel this way or given you doubt in this relationship, and to trust your intuition, to trust those things. And you wouldn't have asked if you didn't already feel like it wasn't something that was going to move forward. So I'm getting a no, and definitely not with somebody who's, trying to kill you. So move forward. And that's it. Laura, please don't tell me the next one is a love reading.
I think it is.
Well, praise the Lord for all you little lovebirds.
Bless their little loving hearts.
Thank you, Tracy, for sharing to your group.
Yeah, it's Ranyika, and Ranyika is here, and I'll post her thing in one quick question.
I mean, I don't mean that he really trying to kill you. I don't know that he's trying to kill you, but I did hear, and I'm just saying, if you've ever watched Friday the 13th, that's what happened just before he be like.
Exactly. Is my boyfriend and I's business going to expand? Is my boyfriend going to want marriage in the future?
I feel like, because I know we've read her before, and I feel like we talked about the guy before. Like she said, they've been in a relationship for a while. And
Is this the one they were friends for 10
she's
years?
in New York or something. She's either in New Jersey. She has a business in New Jersey, and she's thinking about moving because I saw her moving, and she says she's living with the boyfriend now.
And this is the one that was like 10 years they were friends and then they started dating or something?
I do believe so, because I remember. Oh my God! Listen, if Don remembered it, it was serious business. But I do recall that because I think we said that the business was going to be. I thought we did say the business was going to be good. Yeah, she's in New Jersey, and I saw her relocating because I said, "Are you thinking about moving up north?" And she says, "I have a business. Is your business in New York or something?"
I thought something about upstate New York.
They met online.
Okay.
Let me think.
You met online, but you have a business with them?
Is it a brothel? I don't know why
Oh my goodness.
On the business, I hear a yes, but if it's but I feel like we met before, and no, I'm not in New Jersey. I'm not. You're not in New Jersey? Wait, what? But I feel as though we met before, like in a different lifetime. Well, that don't even count. And no, I'm not in New Jersey. Well, where are you? Wait a minute. Are you thinking about moving up north? Like, I clearly recall I thought you something about me saying you want to move up north, and you said I have a business in New Jersey, or I have a business up north, or a business up there somewhere. Okay, let's just clear the playing field. Where's my wand, Lord? Jesus, people. I do hear that the business will expand if you concentrate on the business and not the relationship. Like, is this your own business that you started and he joined you in it, or did you start together? Because I'm hearing this really seems like a business venture. They're not showing it to me as a romantic thing. They're really showing it to me. I'm clearly seeing it as a business venture. Like, this is your business, and you need to focus on the business, and then the relationship is something separate. Don't try to make the business and the relationship work. Your business will expand if you concentrate on the business, and then the relationship is something separate. So if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't move forward. But again, they're saying to me, if you're asking me about marriage instead of asking him about marriage, that should be a red flag. You should be able to come to him and say, "Hey, do you ever think that we'll get married?" Like, men are, okay, I want to say forthcoming with that information, but that's not true. They don't always tell the truth. But I mean, this is a discussion you seem like you should be able to have without having to come to a psychic to say, "Well, do you think that he'll want to marry me, or that he will want marriage in the future?" This is something that you should be able to discuss and say, "Hey, I want to be married, but is this a way that we're going. If you're having to come to us, then to me that seems like there's some kind of red flag in the relationship where you're not comfortable enough. And if you're not comfortable enough asking him if he even wants to consider marriage, then why would you want to spend your life with somebody you can't even ask that question of? Because if I want to spend the rest of my life with you, I should be able to say, hey, what do you think? Are we moving in that direction? Should we be looking for rings? Should I be going on a diet? Should I be like whatever? But I do get it, because I think you're the one who said you were a woman of a particular age, if I'm not mistaken. And so you are ready for that to happen. You're ready for the dress. So I'm thinking that you should just ask him, like, is he ready to, is that something that he wants to do? At this age, he should be ready. I would think at this age, he might be ready to do that, because you're both top of the chart. Like unless he's, a little bit younger, but I would think that you should be able to ask him that. You're kind of asking me to go through his mind and read, like it would be like reading his diary or his journal and say, oh, does he want to get married? That should be something that should be intimately between you two that you should ask. On the business, I think, yes, it will expand and it will move forward. But again, that's on you, because they're showing it to me with no color. When they show me things with no color, that means that there are decisions that you have to be made. So when you make your decisions, you have to think of it as a business. What is it that is best for the business, not what is best for his feelings, this relationship, and the business? You have to think business, business, business. What is going to be good for the business? How can I move the business forward? If we separate, what am I going to do about this business? How am I going to move forward without this person? Always think about the business, and then the relationship can be something different, can be something aside. She said, yes, we are old. Right. So, I mean, just push him down and be like, if you want me to help you up, you go marry me or something like that. I don't know. Like, I mean, but I mean, it just seems like a question you should be able to ask him, like, is this something that we should be able, is this where we're going at this point? And if not, I don't want to waste any more of my time waiting on you to do it. But again, yes, on the business, I don't know on the marriage.
Yeah, I think he likes it the way it is, and I don't think he wants to change right now. I think he's comfortable. Things are comfortable, and that's how he wants it. I don't see him wanting to rock the boat. I think he's like, you know what, this works for us right now. We're good. So I don't see his mindset being there.
But at the 4-4 mark, we need to think of something like, what if he fall down and I got to go to the hospital and they won't let me in because I'm not your wife? Put it to them that man, like, what if you bump your head and fall in the shower? I'm not your wife. And let me tell you this, like, I will put you in a home. And think about that. If he dies, you're going to be a special friend. You're not even going to be the wife. You're going to be a special friend. Do you want to be a special friend in obituary? You decide how you want to be in the obituary. He is survived by his wife, blah, 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 and his special friend, blah, blah, blah. Think about that. And is your name on the policy, honey? No romance without finance. Didn't Tony just tell you that? Is your name on the policy?
Exactly. By the way, Tony, you are next. We need your specific question. And after Tony is Katrina. So, Katrina, if you or Tony, either one are here, let us know who you are. And if it is Tony, give us a specific question. You said it would be specific, but we don't know what it is.
Ellie, I think it is. You said, should I go with Michael? Should you go with Michael where? Like to the store or just in general in life? Oh, hi. Is it Neris? She was on here last week.
Mm-hmm. Hello, good to see you, Neris. Katrina Page says she's here. That's
You're
good.
welcome.
So let's see, Katrina, I think you are the second in line.
Oh, Tony says she's here. We need your question, Tony.
I like that. Alicia Black says, special friends is always at the dead end of the obituary. Don't let the family be petty. your name won't even be mentioned.
Right. And you done made him breakfast every day for 3 years. I'll tip that casket over.
Oh Lord. If they want breakfast, they can go to Starbucks.
Listen,
I don't do breakfast.
she is right. That clearly, like, do you want to be a special friend or do you want to be and when, listen, at death, and not that I want to be morbid, but you have to think of those things. Like I literally just had that conversation with oh, Keena said, can she come on camera? Keena about to preach. Hold on now.
Okay.
I'm not preaching. I want to let Angie know that she is out of pocket tonight because when you just made that comment that you would tip the casket over, I had a mouthful of water that is now on my desk, all over my desk and wall. I was like, no, she did not. So unless you plan on buying me a new laptop, I suggest you $10 because I spit the water everywhere. I was literally like, and I was like, she did not just say I would tip that casket over. Like, I can't. Angie has been on one tonight, but that's all I wanted was to tell Angie that she would be investing in me a new laptop.
It back in. Let me go back to regular Angie. Wait. Y'all didn't even notice I had new glasses last week. Y'all didn't even notice I had new glasses, and so I went back to my old glasses, so y'all know I was serious. Okay, let me.
Yes, Ronika, she is definitely keeping it real, but I'm just saying I forgot how real she could be, and I was drinking water. I know not to drink water around Angie or my other sister. I don't know what I was thinking.
I'm sorry.
Like I'm literally cleaning up water over here because it was everywhere.
I'm just saying,
Tony,
how
it
dare
was
you
hilarious.
not put me in there? I'm tipping this over. Like y'all just start over, and then I'm walking out like this.
It was Tony. The spit take was hilarious. I even shocked myself. I said, "Wait, what did she just say?" She was like, "Oh wait, I took that casket over." I know she'll say stuff like that, but listen, y'all are hilarious tonight.
And let me tell you, it's really Tony W's fault that I said that because y'all said she was next, and then I remember like her I think it was at her mom's funeral, like somebody was like overly grieving, they almost tipped the casket over, so that's what made me think like I kick this casket over. So I'm sorry. If you want to blame anybody, it's Tony's fault. I'm just
Tony,
saying.
I know that we are in Saturn retrograde, just kind of referencing your question real quick. We are in Saturn retrograde if that you want to look that up, but that's all I got, so you can I'll let the particulars to them.
Everybody is just laughing, y'all. I'm serious. What's wrong with y'all? Okay, I'm sorry.
Bye, y'all.
This is literally cranberry juice. I didn't bring the bottle because I poured it all in here. Okay, every time I go out, I see 10 or 15 Saturn vehicles. I feel like the universe is trying to tell me something.
Do they make Saturns anymore?
No, and that's why she is like, what in the hell? Mm-hmm. And she literally shows me sends me pictures of them all the time. So when I even the very first time you told me about the Saturns, I heard beyond this galaxy, like there is information being filtered to you beyond this galaxy. Like I really wish you would have attended class on Tuesday nights because your abilities are developing and you're just not utilizing them to their fullest extent. They're showing me like the stars, the galaxy, and everything. And they're just showing me information being filtered down to you like lightning bolts that is coming to you. You're getting lots of information. You're getting lots of enlightenment, and you're getting lots of revelations. But I'm trying to speak. I'm asking specifically why Saturn's. Saturn return. We talked about Saturn return too, and you're a little bit past the Saturn return. She said they stopped making Saturns in 2008. Okay, so we already discussed that you're past the Saturn return. So why are they showing me why are they showing you Saturn? Don, if you get anything, you can go ahead and go before me. I am going to use these lovely cards that you gave me for my birthday and see if they will give me anything. But I'm just getting that you're being filtered on information, and it's just coming from beyond, like galaxy, beyond this world. So that's how I'm getting it. And I'm just saying that you really should probably come to Tuesday night's class. But Don, you can go ahead.
I'm not picking up anything. I'm nothing useful. Sorry.
Okay. So when I asked what do they have, they're saying that you no longer want to be in this space and time. You do not want to be where you are, but you no longer, like you're very much frustrated with the things that are going along in the world, and you don't want to be in this space and time. Literally, if you could go beyond this space and time, you would. But what you don't understand is that you are and the words they're using is astral traveling, like you're traveling and you're just not remembering what is happening to you, and you're not really leaning into your abilities as much as you should. um, you are going to relocate. Let me see. I hear soon, and it seems like winter. You are going to relocate. You have you are very determined to relocate. So they are showing me that you are going to relocate. You are rethinking your relocation. So they're showing me south. I do recall us saying that you were going to have a detour. You were going to go south, and then you were going to come back and go where you want to go. But you're even deciding that you don't want to go there anymore. And so I am seeing you going south first. And I keep seeing they're showing me the state of Texas. So you will go there first. And I do see you going back to the career that you used to love, the film, the video, the audio, and that stuff like that. So I do see you making a detour. I do see you going down, but then I see you making, and it makes an infinity sign when it comes back up for you to loop back up and come back up this way. So I think that you will end up being. Oh, and Keena said, is there anything significant that happened to you in 2008? Since that's the last time that they made them, is there anything significant that happened to you in 2008? And then when you see the Saturns, does it give you any, like, do you get a specific feeling? Like, is there anything, like, is there a rage that you get? Did you date someone who used to have a Saturn? But the way that they're giving it to me is that you want to move beyond the space and time that you're in. You no longer want to be there, and so your thoughts are always about leaving, always about where you want to go, but you don't know where you want to go. And so they're showing you that you have this space. But the verse that they're giving to me is the verse with Jay-Z and the Beyonce songs, where the Upgrade You song, where he said, you can see Saturn from where we are, not the car. So, you know what I'm saying? That's how, and to me, that goes to riches, that goes to money, that goes to success. Because if you can see Saturn from everywhere you are, open skies. So they are giving me that Jay-Z verse from that song. And so for me, it's relocation. And I do see Texas. They are clearly showing me the state of Texas, but they're showing me you going down there for work. And then they're showing me, and then it turns into an 8 sideways, which is the infinity sign. And then you circling back up to come to where you initially wanted to go. And that's what I'm getting done.
I'm still not picking up.
Okay. You said the psychic class. Yes, it is free.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I got about the Saturn.
Super. I'm going to post that right so everybody can see it. Again, the psychic class is free. Ronyika was asking about it. It's every Tuesday, starts at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. To be added to the invite list. And again, you have to be added to the list because we send you an invite. It's a Zoom class. And again, it's no cost, but email me at the email address in this. And also when the screen's blank, you'll see my email address. But you email me and tell me you want to be added to the list, and I add you to the list, and then you'll get your link to be let into the class. And we start at 6 and we run for 2 hours. And it's a lot of fun experimenting and learning and growing and developing and practicing. That's kind of
I
what.
also want to hear that I heard Texas in 2 months. When I heard when I read your awesome, thank you, Tony. I heard Texas in 2 months, and I heard that the ladies from the shop are gonna call you back for something like Texas in 2 months. That's what I heard, and they are gonna call you back to do something at the shop.
Well, hopefully, Tony, that stuff will work out. Give us some feedback. Let us know what resonates with you and how that works out for you. Sounds like exciting times coming ahead. Next in line is Katrina Page. Katrina, are you here? Katrina Page, you are next. And then after Katrina is...
And 2 months will be the 8th month, just so you know, Tony.
Jennifer. So Katrina, then Jennifer. Katrina, if you're still here, let us know. She is. Good. And Katrina, yours is a general reading, correct?
General. I when I read it, I saw an argument and I saw a finger pointed, and literally this is what I heard. I generally want to know why you did what you did. So I see like you having an argument with somebody, like you are fussing at somebody and you're pointing your finger. I heard family member because I immediately thought relationship, but they said family member. So I hear you arguing with somebody saying, I generally want to know, like that's literally what I heard. I generally want to know why you did what you did after all I've done for you. Those are the words that I heard. So I feel like somebody has wronged you in some way, and you and your feelings are very hurt is how they're presenting it to me. You're very emotional because they're showing me cups. They're showing me tears, like you're very much in an uproar. So if this hasn't happened, it's going to happen. But I see you having an argument with somebody. You're upset that they could do whatever they did to you after the way that you treat them. Because I think we've read for you before, and I think that you are like you are the youngest sister, if I'm not mistaken, and you are a very giving person, is how I saw it. And then I saw you relocating. So you are upset with somebody, but I think this is a catalyst to get you to move forward, to move on. To now they're showing me the tower, so this is your tower moment to get you to go on, to move to wherever you need to go. Like you've been obligated, or you've nailed yourself to the family to helping them out, and they're saying it's your time to move on and think of yourself. You're very selfless, and you need to think more of yourself, and they're saying you need to move on. So they're showing me the tower, they're showing me this argument, and they're saying it's time for you to move on. This is your catalyst, this is your springboard for you to move on and move forward. And that's what I got now.
I'm going to turn to the card. Katrina, did something? I'm sensing something happened like about 9 months ago. It's something that's significant that kind of made you rethink things in your life, kind of made you kind of, again, maybe start thinking things differently. Does that resonate with you? What was there an event or something that happened about 9 months ago is where I'm getting. So that would be, we're in June now. So that's 6 months, somewhere around October, September, October, November, but I'm guessing October. And anyway, so I'm getting something that happened during that time frame, and it kind of, again, it kind of shook you and made you stop and kind of recalibrate what's going on. Does that resonate with you? Because I'm getting the rest of what's coming, the rest of kind of filling in is kind of triggered on that event. But if it didn't happen, if the event didn't happen, then the rest doesn't matter so much. But
that might be the argument that I also saw, like the catalyst to get you to go. Because I'm pretty sure I remember her saying that she lives with family.
We're reading Katrina. Katrina was the yes and general. No, she haven't read. You haven't responded yet to our questions. Okay, just making sure because I'm trying to figure out Katrina. Anyway, Katrina, I think that kind of, again, if that resonates with you, and I'm getting the sense that it does, I think that kind of helped you to really, yes, I live with family. Well, Katrina, I'm glad you live with family, but again, does that event resonate with you? Am I connecting to again something that happened again about 9 months ago? Again, it was like a wake up call, and it was kind of like a reevaluation time. Does that resonate? Anyway, let's just move forward. The point.
She said yes.
Yeah, because I think that it gave you the opportunity to stop and to reassess. I think also that you were surprised because I think that you didn't realize that you weren't on your life path. I really do. I really believe that you weren't on your life path, but you didn't realize it. You just kind of were going along, and all of a sudden this was a wake up call to let you know you need to get back to your life path. And I think that you've been exploring that sense, and you've kind of been thinking about it, but it's time for you to really focus on it. So what I would suggest you to do is, I think that a trip I need to take. I think that you also need to not only take a trip, but I think the trip that you need to take is you need to really work on connecting to your higher self. You need to really get connected to your higher self and get connected to your spirits, because again, you are not going to, again, it's that feeling your way through something. You're gonna have to find you before you're going to be happy again, before you find that joy again. Because I feel like you lost your joy. I really do. And I think that joy hasn't been there in a while. And there is a way to it, but part of that is through you, and through you understanding and appreciating who you are, and finding you again, finding that person who makes you happy to be you. And again, I'm getting the feeling you haven't felt that in a while. So I would be talking to my spirit guides. I would be speaking to them before you go to bed. I would say, hey, spirit guides, if you're here, I wouldn't say if you're here, I'd say, spirit guides, talk to me, give me something. If nothing else, in my dreams, tell them in my dreams, and then ask them also to allow you to remember them in the morning. But this hurdle has got to be overcome before you can move forward. And you've got to find your joy. Somebody stole your joy. They didn't steal your joy. That's not proper verbiage. But you allowed some incident to steal the joy. You need to find it again. So if I were you, I'd get to work on that, and the rest will fall into place. And when you travel, don't forget, when you travel, find places of serenity, find places of peace. Find places, no matter how crazy your travels are, no matter where you travel, you will find different places that give you serenity and peace in those areas. And I would spend a little time in each of them to try to find that Zen, that place of peace. That's what I'm getting.
Katrina, are you the one I kept talking about St. Louis, because it's coming up again, those arches and that bridge, like St. Louis? Are you the one I did the reading on, and it was about St. Louis? Like, there's something about St. Louis, and I don't know if you know it. I think you said you had no connection there, and you didn't know anyone there, but there's something about St. Louis and going down to St. Louis. Yes, that was me. Okay. So the St. Louis connection is coming up again, and I'm not exactly sure, because you're saying you don't have any connection, but it keeps coming up every time I see your name, and every time. Well, actually, it didn't come up until I started listening. Until Don started talking, but I remember the St. Louis thing. So there's something about St. Louis, and I hear the word job. So I think that you are very much like, they showed me you've bolted yourself to the family, like you bolted yourself to them, but they aren't bolting themselves to you. Like, you have an obligation to them, but they don't have an obligation to you. As long as you give, they're going to take. You're a very giving person. So they're saying you need to go. So I'm not sure if there's a job opportunity for you in St. Louis or whatever it is, but there is a very strong connection to St. Louis, because they're showing me that same image again, and I keep hearing the word St. Louis. So I would assume that you need to explore whatever that is with St. Louis, but also a job. Like, are you looking for a new job? Like, I'm really hearing like they're showing me the word zip recruiter. Like, you really need to put your resume out there. You really need to seek something where you can separate yourself. Like, they're showing me like someone coming in and forcing you apart from your family so that you can regroup and rebuild on your own. And so St. Louis obviously has something to do with that. And that's all I got.
Well, hopefully it resonates with you. and you'll find some information in there. Again, let us know how that works out with you. Let us know what you're feeling and getting. So next in line is, we just did what, Katrina, right?
Mike, American chicks love rich Brits. Like, do you have?
You have Harry's number. Megan doesn't need to know all that for every minute of the day.
I've been trying to build my business. Yes.
Jennifer Hartman is next. Jennifer Hartman Cooper. Jennifer, are you here? You are next in line. Unless I skipped over somebody, which I don't think I did.
Mike is funny, Keena. We don't pay him any mind. He's just, It was something else I was gonna say about Katrina, and I cannot. Do you do something in HR or something about HR? But either someone in HR contacting you or you do HR. But there's something about HR and there's something about St. Louis, and we'll find out in a couple months, and you can come back and tell us. But there is a deep connection to HR. But you said who was next, Don? Jennifer?
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I guess so. Yep. You tested my memory.
Event planning. Wait, what did we say it was? Because I didn't. It still says Katrina, or did she not?
Jennifer Hartman Cooper. My bad.
Oh, Mr. Goodest Boy. The list is closed. We closed it about an hour ago. We've been on about 2 hours. Okay, she said Jennifer.
But we'll be back next Wednesday, same bat time, same bat channel, and Sean and I will be back on tomorrow morning if you want to join us for that as well, and that is starting at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time, and then Angie and I start every Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. West Coast time, 9 p.m. East Coast time. So.
Jennifer, as soon as I read your name, I heard skeletons in your closet. Are you afraid of some secret coming out that nobody knows? Because I heard skeletons in your closet, and then I saw the Seven of Swords. So, but the secret is something that you seem to be keeping that you don't want anybody to know. And is there something about infidelity? That's exactly what they're giving to me. Something about infidelity and something about secrets that you don't want to come, like skeletons in your closet. And they're literally showing me skeletons hanging in a closet, and the closet is dark. And then they showed me the Seven of Swords, and then I heard infidelity. So there's something that you don't want people to know or to come out with. And does it also have anything to do with a child? And that's what I got down.
Well, I think we've read for Jennifer a few times, so I'm just trying to pick up on something that's more new information or beneficial, because I think I've hit a number of topics, and I'm trying to think what would be new that I'm picking up on.
That was new to me, that skeleton.
Oh yeah, that will be new. That'd be new.
I do remember her now that I see her picture. But I think there was confusion last time we read it. Like there was no clarity in what we were in it either. Like it was like, the last time I read, it was the same thing. It was about secrets, and you were in a dark room just counting money. It was cash, and I just kept seeing you like this, just counting money, just like this. That's what I saw. And it was secret. It was something secret. It was in a dark room. That you were counting cash. I do remember that, because now that I see your picture, they're showing it to me again, and it was just you like this, counting cash, counting cash, counting cash. So again, it's the same thing, secret, something that you don't want anybody to know. And so you don't have to admit it to me, but that's how they're showing it to me. So I don't know if this is somebody in your world or whatever, but again, they're taking me back to the last time when I saw you counting cash in a dark room, by yourself, just counting the money like this. And it was and then tonight it's the secrets in the skeletons in the closet. So that's what they keep giving to me. So I don't know. But that's all I got now.
Okay. I'm not picking up anything relatively new that could be inspiring. So unfortunately, I'm not much used to you tonight, Jennifer. I'm not firing on all cylinders apparently tonight. So with that said, I think I will abstain tonight with that. So next in line, sorry, Jennifer. Well, hopefully you got something from Angie that will be useful. But I'm useless. Sorry.
Jennifer, if you wanted to know about the disability letter, why did you say general? You just could have said, what about the disability letter?
I think that Jennifer, now that you mentioned that specifically, I think you have more hurdles to overcome. I don't think it's coming in as soon as you think it's coming in. I think there are a number of hurdles more. I think that you underestimated the amount of work necessary. I'm getting lots of paperwork. I'm getting like a stack of paperwork. And when I get that, that means there's a lot to be done. So I think that I think you have a way to go before you get down to the finish line. And to be honest with you, I'm not even getting the feeling. I'm getting the feeling like you kind of lose. I get the feeling like you lose interest. Maybe not so much interest, but I get the feeling like you lose patience or you lose tolerance with it before it gets done because it's just so much. And every time you think you have it all, there's something else, and there's something else, there's something else. So I think hey Sherry Berry, I think that unfortunately, I see you giving up before you get a yes or a no. I really do. Only because of the frustration of every time you do something, they want more, they want more, they want more. And I'm getting the feeling about a stupid question. There's something about timing, about how long have you had this and how long have you qualified? I'm getting this issue of timing. And their question to you is going to be playing with this thing of when did you know and how did you get it timing wise and what doctor reports. And one of your doctors there's something in one of the doctor reports that's going to throw all this off because they're going to say, well, that doctor said this. And they're going to keep coming back to that doctor. So again, I wish you all the best, but I'm seeing the sense that you're not going to hang with it because I see that they're going to give you the runaround, and you're not going to have the patience to continue with it. But I hope I'm wrong, and I hope you do get it. So, anything else, Angie?
No, that's it.
Okay. Okay, super. Next in line is need some Kundalini energy or something. Oh my goodness. Remy Lena, are you still here? Remy Lena, are you still here? And next after Remy Lena, it's Rami, Rami. I'll put it that way, Rami Lena. And then after Rami Lena is, who is next after that? Stella Bookish World. So if either of you or both of you are here, let us know, please. Dora, I don't think you're on the list. I don't know, so I'm speaking out of turn. I should look at the list, but
I don't think she's on the list.
Yeah.
Is Dora Clara's mom? Or Dora is I think Dora is somebody's mom, and the husband has a knee issue, because I remember the whole time we were reading her something about the husband and the knee. Or it was something about the knee, and she kept saying no, and then the daughter said, "Oh, my dad has a knee issue," or something like that.
Yeah. So she's saying here that her husband is going to surgery tomorrow, and I'm worried. Don't worry, Dora. It's going to be fine. Don't worry. I feel no negative outcome there. I think it's going to be fine. So don't panic over it. You're going to be good. It's going to be good. At least that's what I'm sensing. So here, Rami, Lena at first, and then Stella's next. And Rami, I think you told me you said you wanted a general reading. Is that right? Yeah, general. So okay, and any area, any kind of Rami, any kind of area specific that you kind of want to look into as a general part, or just whatever comes. let us know. Sherry Berry says she's always in rare form. Rice and Anna Tor. Rice, if you did not make the list already, the list is closed for the evening. If you want to get on the list, you probably need to jump in early on our reading nights, and then be added to the list. So again, usually within the first half hour, we have more than enough people. So if you did not make it on the list earlier, and if Kina has not confirmed that you're on the list, then you did not make the list, and so join us again next week or tomorrow morning. Let's see. Again, we're looking at who's this? Remy Lena. And again, I asked Remy if
career.
There was kind of
she
a general
said career.
Okay, good. Remy, do you have a young child? Do you have a child of like maybe a year or two old? I'm sensing a young child around you, and is that
Amanda? Don will be live tomorrow. It's on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. But he'll be live again tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Arizona time and 10 a.m. Eastern time.
Mm-hmm. Remy, do you have a young child? Because I'm getting this feeling of a young child.
Is the investment that you're thinking about crypto? Because I heard you saying crypto, and I heard that the job is fine. Almost 2 years. So
okay. And so is there a question about your wife working? Because I'm sensing you have many kids, and they're like stair steps, and then there's the 2-year-old, and she was working between one or two of them or something, and then she stopped working. Did she go back to work? Because I'm getting the feeling of her work and her contribution in the family is so did she go back to work, or has she not started back to work yet? Yes, she is working.
I don't know what the yes is to, because we both asked.
Oh, sorry, I wouldn't even pay attention. Does your wife currently work? Yes, my wife works, or no, my wife does not work. One of the two, please. Because anyway, I'm getting a feeling like that's an impact on the picture for you and how you can move forward and what you're investing in. Is your question specifically kind of headed toward a house? Because I'm seeing a house, I'm seeing a purchase of a real estate, and understanding. And it's like a question of, do I put the money in a house, or do I put the money in an investment for future potential? You have like 5 kids, something like that, because I'm getting like 5 kids. Again, I'm getting stair steps. Is it 5 kids? That I'm working. I am the wife. Okay, you are working.
I thought it was a lady. I'm like, no, I think she's the wife.
Okay, so you are working, and you went back to work. Okay. But so then you don't value your. I'm getting well, yeah. So my other question then would follow is, because when I was getting this feeling of speaking from him to that. Oh, this is Selena from class. Okay, Selena from class. Okay. But the question is, again, I'm still getting the feeling, because when I was asking about male versus female, and again, husband versus wife, it was this feeling of your job is considered lesser. So do you consider, or isn't your family considered your job is lesser? And if that's the case, yes, wanting to either invest in a house or a business. Yes, okay, I see that. That part I got. But my feeling is that somehow it's like for some reason you or your family sees your job as lesser and not important. And so when you talk about a career or something like that, first, and you have 5 kids, okay, good. Yeah, because I was getting the stair steps. I was like, boom, boom, boom. That makes sense. And so again, it's kind of like your job is not considered as important or whatever. And I think that dynamic needs to flip, because I think that that's part of the issue that when you talk about career and so forth. Yeah, no, I get it. Tina's class. But I'm trying to work on the most important thing when you say here, wanting to either invest in a house or a business. Again, it goes back to this. You have got to have the conversation with your husband and have the conversation about what it is because if you start a business, you've got to take it seriously. And I think he doesn't see that. I don't think he sees your contribution as equal to or important as his. And I think it's because you've had to put yourself on the back burner a few times when it comes to children and those kind of things, which makes sense. But again, I think that the problem I'm getting, and how this all is finally it's hitting me now, is the fact that if you want to start a business, then you've got to make sure that you have a conversation with your spouse that, yes, this is a true business. And yes, you will be working in this business. And yes, it is equally important. And he is going to have to help support emotionally and emotionally support you, encourage you, and give you that opportunity to get out there and expand and try it. Because again, I'm getting this feeling that if you don't do that, he's not going to have the buy-in, and they're not going to take it serious, and this business will not go anywhere because you won't have that support at home. So you hit one road, or you hit two hurdles in your road, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm ready to fold and go bye-bye. If you want to invest in a business, if you want to open and grow a business, the very first conversation you have to have that I'm getting from here is your husband buying in and totally understanding that this is not a whim, this is not a game, and you are no less of value in the business than he with his business and his work. And if you get that buy-in, I think you're going to be very successful. But if not, you're going to be fighting uphill all the way, and it's going to make for a very uncomfortable situation. So that is what I'm getting, and that's the feeling I'm getting. Anything? What do you get, Angie?
Now I'm a bit confused because is Rami the husband? Because I kept asking about him. I kept asking about Rami, and I think they gave me information about the husband. And then when I asked about Selena, because that's what she said her name was, I got a different answer. So when I asked about Rami specifically, that person, not about Selena, I got that it was about finances, and you're trying to make fast money, like you're trying to make money quickly. And so you were thinking of an investment thing to make money fast. But you need to, again, be careful in what you're thinking about doing. Fast money is not always good money. And so whatever you're thinking about doing, are you thinking about flipping houses? Is that what you're thinking about? Because they're making it seem like you're trying to do something where it's like, oh, we can get in and get out. We can get in and get out. And so this is on the Rami side of it that I'm getting this with the male energy. So I'm getting that you're trying to make money fast. And then was there a decrease in his income? Like, I feel like he had a decrease in income just recently. And so, okay, that's her husband's last name. So that's who I'm getting information. Was there a decrease in income recently? And so you're trying to make up for that decrease in income. Like, I don't feel like he changed industries or anything, but there was a little bit of a decrease in the amount of money that he's making. And so you're trying to make up for that is how I'm getting on that. But then when I asked about Selena, I got like, you're the person that you do it seems like you work from home, and that, because I see like you like you're working and then you have the kids on your lap, or you have, the children in the house with you. So I feel like you work extremely hard at what you do, and it is not because you're at home, it may not be thought to be the important thing, but you work just as hard or twice as hard because you're at home working and you have the kids. But with him, you didn't confirm, but I feel like there was a decrease in income and you're trying to use this as a way to make money quickly. And they're saying slow down and think it out logically before you go into doing that investment that you're thinking about. Yes, there was a decrease in his income. Okay. And yes, you are okay. Okay, clearly. Okay. So regroup because you're thinking fast money. You got to make this money up fast. I got to get this money back. I got to get this back. It may be time for him to move on to a new industry or to a new place of employment and make that money up, not in the fast way, because I'm feeling like it'll be like you'll lose before you'll win. Is that what you said, Dante? I mean, Don, is that what you said, that something about the investment is that what you said, something about the investment?
No, mine was about
her being her job being important.
Exactly, and understanding
Okay, yeah,
that she has got to be he has got to understand and acknowledge that her business is a business and not just a whim or a hobby, and that's the conflict, because she won't feel she has to support, and so if she doesn't get him to buy in their early start, that when time gets rough, she'll feel isolated and alone, and she won't follow through, and it'll fall apart. So she needs to get him on page now.
Yeah, I see her something about bookkeeping. I feel like you do something with bookkeeping, and you could be doing more. But I feel like the kids take up a lot of your time, and you don't get to concentrate as much as you could. And you could take on more career wise than you do family wise. But as far as him for increasing the income, it's a job change. I feel like with him and getting that money back. Like I feel like there's a lot of anger there, and it's like he's angry about the decrease and he's trying to make this money up because it's a pride thing, I feel like, for him, like in, taking care of the family and being the head of the household. And so I just feel like it's time for an industry change, not just a job change, but maybe the whole industry or the whole career thing that he does, like something that he really enjoys from one thing, like, because I feel like what he does maybe labor intensive and he could move to something else that could be corporate, because they're showing me something like that's hard work here physically and then labor, and then this could be a career move over here if he just and the way they show it to me is it's going up like this and over. So it's a career move to a more corporate thing versus a more and I'm hearing more managerial, and those are the words they're using, like a manager position in the corporate world versus in the labor intensive world that he's in. So just thinking about changing to the corporate side of it from the physical side of it. And then you maybe putting the kids in, well, I guess it would be hard to put the kids in childcare or something like that, but you could make more money and do more things, but the kids seem to be a lot of interference in the work that you do, and you can't really expand because of the children. But definitely if there was something else or some more organization with the kids, you could do more also. But for him, industry change, and it's up and over. Like they show him down here moving back up and over. So beyond where he was, and then to a whole nother industry.
Yeah.
And that's all I got for now.
And I also pick up that though you may want a rental property, I think that I think you've missed the cycle for now. And so I think that that's just not where you should have your mind. You should always keep your eye out. And if something pops up, it's great, especially if it's a deal from somebody whom you know. But I think that you missed that window of opportunity. I don't sense that window is open for you right now, which is why, again, focus on your business, get your business going, get it moving forward. Also, I'm getting your oldest child is a daughter, correct? And I'm getting the sense that is she in college, or is she getting ready to go to college? Is this coming year? Because I'm seeing that's an obligation that's kind of worrying you as well. Do you have an older daughter? Is the oldest a daughter first? And then also, is she at or getting close to the college age? Because I'm getting the sense that she's like right there. Anyway, because I think that's going to shake up the picture a little bit too, but I don't think you have to worry about that so much, because I think that those economics will take care of themselves in reference to her and her education. So I don't see that as being a problem.
Driver manager. Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Corporate side. Definitely what he needs to do. He'll make more money that way because he'll understand both sides of it. He knows the struggles of being that part of it, and then he'll have the understanding and the knowledge to rearrange. So wherever he at least needs to try that to think about it. And they kind of show him in like a suit and tie type or a casual thing. But if he does it, he will definitely make a lot more money than he does right now. Oh yes, the daughter is getting ready to go to college.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, and don't worry about the economics there. That part of it will take care of itself. Don't worry about it at all.
Yeah, I when she said that, I heard she's a smart cookie.
Yeah,
The little girl, like she's very smart.
yeah, and there'll be Pell Grants and all kinds of things. I got the sense that economic picture that's not going to be a problem for you. So I would not even let my mind go there. I would be focusing on getting your business going. I would be focusing on making sure that you do anything and everything you can to establish yourself. But most importantly, I would make sure that with that you set aside certain times every day and you do your business on those days and at that time, and that nothing else get in the way. Because if you show everybody else that this business is important to you and it truly is a business, they'll buy in. But that's the big thing for me. It comes back to the husband buying in and making sure that he sees you as a business owner and as a serious business owner, and therefore you'll have that support when you need it. And again, it's only emotional support. I'm not saying he's going to fund you. I'm not saying there's a money issue there. I'm saying it's emotional support, and that is more important, because if he doesn't buy into the emotional support, you're going to feel when you hit a really rough patch, you're going to feel like you don't have it, and you're going to walk away, only because you feel like you can't do it. And you can do it. You can do it. It is doable. So
I also feel like he's been very loyal to this company, and that's why there's so much anger. He doesn't feel like he doesn't feel like he thought he was more valued in the company than he was. So I feel like he's a very loyal person, and it's just time to move on.
So hopefully that gives you some insight, Selena. And again, that daughter of yours, the oldest one, she's on autopilot. Let her fly. Let her spread her wings. You're going to be so thrilled with her. She's going to make you both very proud. And you, my dear lady, spread your wings as well and fly, because it is your turn. You have done a wonderful job as a mom. You've done a wonderful job as a wife. Now show them that you can be also a wonderful businesswoman. So next in line. Thank you.
And also, Mike, talking about rodents does not appeal to me in any way. The only wings I want to talk about are chicken wings. No, thank you. And I don't ever think about hamsters or bats having wings.
Mike, how old are you? I'm just curious.
Last week, when he was making those comments, I kept saying, "Are you an adult? Like, are you?" That was my thing. Like, I don't think that this is an adult person. Like, it really feels like a child.
Yes. Stella, Bookish World. Stella, did you give us a question? And after that is Adele, and then Shakira. Again, in that order. So, Stella, did you give us a question? Because it said specifically.
I thought she had a long question.
Oh Lord, not another book.
Oh yeah, it says, "Will I reconnect with my old friend V? He's been popping up in my dreams, and I'm not sure what he is trying to say something. Thank you."
So is that did Tina put it down lower or something?
Tina put it in our chat. I don't know. I don't see it over here.
Okay. Oh, I see it now. Okay. Yeah, because I saw the earlier one and it didn't see that. Okay, good. We got you, Stella. We're hooking you up. Okay, there we go. Will I reconnect with my old friend V? He's been popping up in my dreams, and I'm not sure why. Is he trying to say something? Thank you.
Are you missing him? I don't get that he's trying to tell you anything. are you missing him? Because they showed me the Six of Cups, like you're reminiscing about him, or you're reminiscing, or like you're like, are you not in a relationship and you just want to uh, and are you just, wanting to be loved? I get the sense of you wanting to be loved and wanting to and you're missing the closeness that you have. I don't feel like he's trying to tell you anything, but they are bringing me to the remembrance of an ex that I had. When I dreamed about him, it was because he was in trouble. Like every time he got in trouble, he was a person who frequented the big house off and on. And so every time he would get into situations that would send him back to his place of residence, I would have a dream about him and I would know that he was in trouble. And so it could be that you are like, either he's in trouble, that could be it, or it could be that you're just reminiscing and you're just kind of missing love, not necessarily him, but the love of someone. So just doing my but it could be. I just haven't. You haven't thought about your own feelings about him. So, are you in a relationship? Because I feel like you're just missing love, like you're missing that romantic feeling, and you're remembering. Because I don't feel like you two ended on a very high note. It may not have been volatile, but it doesn't seem like a high note. And so, the question that Spirit is asking me to ask you, is that something that you want to go back to? For one, think about that, and then two, it's platonic as far as I know. Okay, and then two, wait, did she say she hasn't talked to him in a while? Is that what it? I will connect with my old friend V. He's been popping up in my dreams, and I'm not sure why. Like, what would be the reason that you lost contact with this person? So, since they're taking me back to my friend who frequented the big house, I'm assuming that maybe your friend may be in trouble and he may need you to reach out just to be a shoulder to cry on. So I don't get any romance to it at all. And so it may just be that you need to reach out and see if everything's okay with this person. Or that you're, yeah, that's what I'm getting. That is clearly how they're stating it to me now, is that you need to reach out because he needs a shoulder to cry on, and not that if there's anything romantic. I don't get any kind of loving feeling or anything like that. Like he's so if you're thinking about him, it's because he's in need of a good friend. That's all I'm getting.
Yeah, no, for me, all I was getting is that I don't see anything productive when you reconnect with him. I just don't see anything productive coming out of any of this. I don't think this is as significant as you're thinking may be. I think I think you're just, I don't know. I'm getting this feeling like you're just going through I'm feeling like you're in a period, you're going through a phase, you're in a rut of just kind of reliving past experiences. And I feel like you're kind of, I don't know if it's because you feel like you're something, again, you're not moving forward or something, but for some reason I'm feeling like you're spending a lot of time rehashing the past. And this is that continuation as well of that past. It's like reliving, reconnecting, whatever. And it's kind of like a safer space than going forward, because it's like, I think you feel like a bit lost, and I think that you don't know where the forward is. And therefore I'm getting the feeling that by visiting him, again, you're visiting that experience, you're visiting that moment. But and even in the dreams, again, it's a subconscious thing. But I don't believe there's anything there, and I don't think that. But I think it wouldn't hurt to reach out. But again, I just feel like part of it is just you and where you are in your life right now, and I think you feel, again, you're just kind of stuck in that sense. So.
Yeah, because I did initially get the Six of Cups, like reminiscing, thinking back on this person. So it could be that too.
Yeah, be interesting.
But definitely no romance.
Yeah, but never hurts to try to reach out. Lord knows it could be, it could be him reaching out to you, as Angie said, and trying to connect because maybe he just needs somebody. Either way, it wouldn't hurt to try to reach out just to see, because you know what, if you didn't leave things in a terrible way, which I don't sense that you did, I just think it just kind of, you slowly parted ways and it just kind of happened. And I think that there's no harm in trying to reconnect. Lord knows you never can have enough friends. That's for good friends. That's for sure. So, well, you say, I don't know, because if something was important, he could reach out to me. That's not always the case, Stella. I mean, and this isn't the psychic stuff talking. This is just a person in life. That often we go through times and we go through issues, and we don't want to dump them on somebody else. Even though we would love to have somebody else reach out, certain people just don't want to dump things on people, because they're like, why bring them down? Especially if you haven't seen them in a while. Why? So I mean, I would not dump. I try not to dump stuff on my friends. And Lord knows I've gone through some things that I mean, just like up to here at times, and it's just, I don't do that, and I wouldn't do that. But if a friend asks, or if I'm in a situation where it comes up, then I totally, I'm comfortable giving. But I'm also, because I realize that friend really does want to be there. But I won't go and just dump it on them and say, "Oh, look at this ugly mess," and and now fix it for me. It's like, yeah, that's not.
Don and I have gone back and forth. He's like, "Oh, are you okay?" Or I'm like, "Oh, are you okay?" And then we'll tell each other what the situation is. So, like my friend that I was telling you about, who frequents the big house, he isn't gonna call me and be like, "Yo, Angie, I'm about to go to jail." Like, I just find out through the grapevine what happened to him, and I would know at that time, oh, that's what's happening. He's in trouble, and we just had that connection. Sometimes you just have that connection with people, so it doesn't mean that there's anything significant that needs. Maybe it could be that you need to reach out, but it could be that you just have that connection with this person and you're missing them. So it could be a lot of things. But since they showed it to me as my ex, the way that we were, it was always that he was in trouble.
Super. Well, let us know, Stella, how that progresses and how you work through that. And keep us abreast. Keep us aware of what's happening with you. We're curious to see what happens there. And with that said, go ahead,
Mike. Yes, we will be a couple of humans who live on two different continents.
Next in line is Shakira, and Shakira is asking for a general reading. Shakira. I think of the one and only Shakira.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you, there's this lady who did a TikTok video, and she was like, she kept going, Shakira, and she was dancing, and she was like, if you got a swimsuit, put it on, put it in there. And she was like, do you want me to poison your food? Do you want me to marry your daddy? It's the funniest thing. And so every time I hear Shakira, all I hear her going is, Shakira.
I was on my phone today. I was on my phone today, and Lizzo popped up again.
And I looked at the one you gave me. Yes.
And I had to laugh. I thought it was so funny. She's something else.
Don, if you hear me scream and get away from this, that is Bertram. He is trying to kill fly in the fish tank. I had to call Keena because he was trying to kill himself. So there was a little filter right here, and he got stuck in a filter, and he was like, I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? Like, I thought he was choking. Like, I don't think a fish can choke, but he looked like he was in distress. So I had to shake the tank to move him out of his spot and put some food in there so he wouldn't keep going over there. And he is coming back here again. So I have to be like, Bertram, don't kill yourself in this corner behind this thing right here. What's the problem, Bertram?
By the way, whoever didn't guess it, Bertram is a fish.
Bertram is my fish, and he is acting unruly today. Like, literally, I thought he was coming to see. He was going to the light.
Oh my goodness. So who are we doing? Shakira. Never knew you could dance like that.
Wait, people do what? So, general. Okay. People do call my name a lot. I can say it. Let me think. Let me see. They're when I asked what information do you have, Shakira, they're showing me a soccer field and they're showing me a corner kick, but they're showing me a straight shot to the goal. So they're saying shoot your shot. That's what they're saying. Shoot your shot and it'll go right in. They're showing me an opening where it goes right into the goal. And I don't know why they use soccer if that was relevant to you, but they are showing me a corner kick on a soccer game, and then they're saying shoot your shot and it'll go right into the goal. And it has to do with career, not with romance, because I saw the word career. So it's shoot your shot. Like if you're thinking about applying for a position above you, you're up there showing me. If you're thinking about applying for a position above you, you don't think that you're qualified, they're saying shoot your shot. Go ahead and apply for that position above you. Prosperity is let me see. Prosperity is on the way. Then I heard prosperity is yours. So it's you shooting your shot, going ahead and applying for that next position up. I see you moving up to the next level, but it all has to do with you shooting your shot. They're not going to come and send these people down to get you. You have to want to move up to the next level. And so that's how I got it with the soccer field and the moving up to the next level or getting promotion. Promotion is yours. I see a male executive that thinks that you are that is aware of your talents. Like this person is fond of you, but in a professional way, not in a romantic way. And if you do, they'll be pleased because they seem to know your name. So go ahead and do it for the career thing. That's what I got.
I'm just going to do the cards. We're picking up energy, so I'm going to do the cards. We have Queen of Cups. We have the Ace of Wands. Queen of Cups is, of course, you, Shakira. And again, you've been patient. You actually are quite comfortable with the situation you're in. But again, a new opportunity is coming your way. And this is what Angie was picking up on. And this new opportunity is more aligned with your path, more aligned to something that's going to make you happy and make you fulfilled. So make sure that you're ready to step up to the plate. And the Emperor card is here. So the Emperor card is telling you, you've got this, you can handle this. So don't think that you can't handle the opportunity that's going to be given you, because you can. You have the strength to do it. It's going to take a lot of work because there's going to be a whole lot of things that are flying around at the same time, a lot of opportunity, a lot of things are happening, a lot of new things for you, and some things some things you're going to have to learn as part of this new responsibility or opportunity. But Two of Pentacles, again, it's going to work out for you. This is the start of some new a new era, maybe is a good way to put it. I don't know, but anyway, that's what I'm getting there. And then it's something you've earned. Again, this is the Judgment card. So you've earned this. You've worked for it, and Spirit is saying, and the universe is telling you, it's time to give you what you've earned because you've put the hard work in. So now it's time for you to benefit from this. And look at this. I love this. The King of Swords. You're a very good businesswoman. You have a very good, strong business head on your shoulders. And that's what has gotten you to where you are. So know that it wasn't by anything other than you. You got yourself there. You've earned it. And so embrace it. And look at this. I love the Moon card on the end. So again, you have learning to do. You have things to learn. You have education coming. And then look at this, the Eight of Pentacles. That's the student card. Again, that's education. This job is going to give you some learning. It's going to give you some opportunities to learn and grow. And then we have the Six of Wands. I love it. So that's the perseverance. This is again, you persevered. You persevered to get to where you are, and now you're there. So that's what I'm getting. I think there's a new opportunity coming, and it's going to be great for you.
She says she wants to move to Texas in August, and I heard that there's transfer opportunities. Like she could transfer within the company and still be able to do that, but she needs to be promoted to this new position, or maybe the promotion will allow her. But they're saying definitely apply for it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and the most important thing is just put yourself out there. You never know what's going to happen if you don't put yourself out there. You know, it's always the what ifs, what coulda, what shoulda, woulda, shoulda, coulda. If you don't put it out there, you'll not know. So
it was clear: a soccer field and a goal kick, or a corner kick. Shoot your shot. So go for it. That was clear as day.
Exactly. And so next in line is let us know how that resonates with you. Let us know as things progress with you as well. And next in line is SAS. And SAS has said that they are here And SAS said a book. She wrote a damn book in this question.
It is a dissertation.
Did you put footnotes and other things there? I mean, Lord,
I read it through once, and I was on my second read through.
What should I do for the best interest of my grandchildren? My daughter is fighting me, trying to help her. She treats me so bad. I'm trying so hard to do the right thing, but it seems I care more about her, so I'm confused. So let me read this again. What should I do for the best interest of my grandchildren? I love that you started the question with. I love that you started your whole dissertation with that question, because you're putting it in the right direction there. My daughter is fighting with me, trying to help her. She treats me so bad. I'm trying so hard to do the right thing, but it seems as I care more than her. So I'm confused. Well, yeah.
I don't get that she's a bad mom, Don. I get that, like, I didn't get the sense that the daughter is a bad mom, and she just like, you're a mama bear at this point. Is kind of how I get it. I don't feel like she's a bad mom. She seems to be uh I don't know. Like, I don't get the sense that she's a bad mom.
I'm getting boundaries. I think both
Yeah.
you and your daughter are crossing boundaries, and you don't have them clearly identified, and that's put you both in a situation that you're not comfortable in. And I think that the one thing that you both need to do is to define boundaries. You need to sit down and really hammer out boundaries. And I think that I think that this is a woman who the sense I'm getting is that, again, she thinks if you're crossing a line, and you may not even know you're crossing it, and then you don't communicate well enough with her, and she doesn't communicate well enough with you. It says there's a custody fight. I don't know how to help her fight for custody. Sometimes the best way to help is to not help. Sometimes the best way to help is sit back and let them define for you what the help will be. Again, I sometimes I don't know. I think you guys have boundary issues, and I think you've got to hammer out those boundary issues. I mean, even in that statement you just said, I don't know how to help her fight for custody. Again, she's trying to define for you the boundaries. She's trying to help you understand where she wants the line to be, and so you need to listen a little. You need to listen a little closer and follow her cues. She said that means sisters will get split up for good. Again, SAS, if you are, the most important point is, again, if you listen to your daughter and you have a conversation with her and both of you agree to boundaries, then you have to let the chips fall where they may. And because something isn't right for you, or it doesn't fit with your understanding of things, does not mean that it's not going to be the right thing. So again, boundaries. That's the way I'm saying it. And so again, do what you can do. Listen to what your daughter's trying to tell you. Have her listen to what you're trying to tell you. But in the end, again, do that. Make sure you have those boundaries. That's important. So, anything else, Angie?
No, because I was distracted by somebody who was calling me repeatedly about a reading. But back to this. What I got was you can't force somebody to take your help. You can't make me take your help. If I want to go about it my way, then that's just the way I'm gonna do it. You can't force me to take your help. And so, like Don is saying, there's boundaries. If this is the way that I want to do it, or if this is what I've set up to do, then you just have to live with my decisions. It may not be the decision the way that you want it to be, but you can't force me to take your help. And so I don't get that she's a bad parent, and whatever the custody issue is, I don't feel like they're going to be split up. I feel like I was reading the comments that she put in there, and I just don't get it. I don't get it that way. Like, I feel like she's fighting with them and then she's fighting with you. And so her concentration isn't where it should be, because she's also having to fight with you because you want it done your way instead of the way that she wants to do it. Be her support, but don't try to force her to do things your way. I'm not getting anything psychically regarding this. Just, you can't force somebody to take your help is how I'm getting it. Like, allow her to work through this and let it happen the way that it's supposed to be. I feel like you pray for her a lot and then allow it to work out in her best interest. So I'm not getting anything psychically on this situation down though at all.
Yeah, I have nothing more to add. I understand that we may not be giving you the answer you want to hear. And in your conversation, even in the things, the mean sisters were split up. Then the next one was, then one child had their father commit suicide and the kids need to be together. I fear, again, it goes back to you, and you fear this is not your issue. This is the daughter. And that's where the boundaries will make difference when you have a conversation. And so I fear having psychological issues. And again, she very well may, but those psychological issues are, I don't know. Again, talk to your daughter and work through those boundaries. And even if you feel that, and again, because you were the one that brought the feelings in there with, I have a feeling about psychological issues. Again, if you feel that she's not doing the right thing, if you guys agree on boundaries, I mean, the biggest question is, do you want to lose the relationship with your daughter? Do you want to lose relationship with everybody? Because if you're putting the grandchildren first, and you're thinking, okay, I've got to look out for them most, so the daughter I don't care about. Well, guess what? Guess who controls the access to those kids? The daughter. And so again, you're going to have to think through this and understand that it has to be a way in which you can navigate this and not. Oh, I'm sorry. I wish I saw the first part of my question. I guess I wish I had seen it too, but I didn't know there was a first part. The point, again, we can discuss this all night. Well, I'm not going to discuss it all night, but we could belabor this point all night. I think you have to have a conversation with your daughter. I have custody right now. That's good. But again, talk boundaries and make sure that you guys are on the same sheet of music. And if indeed you can find that accommodation, I think you're going to find an easier road. But if you are not able to find those boundaries and have that conversation, then I don't see you moving forward, because I'll leave it there. Anything else, Angie?
So I'm confused because she says she has custody.
She says, I have custody. Right.
Then who is the battle with, between her and the daughter, or the daughter and the? I am not getting anything psychically. I think that everybody needs to go to counseling, like therapy, like a therapist. That's what I'm getting. Adele, you missed your turn. We called you 30 minutes ago. Oh, you have custody, but it's being challenged. It's being challenged by her, or it's being challenged by the parents, by her. Okay.
By her. Yeah. But again, I think the problem stems, and again, it comes back to what I said, is you guys weren't communicating. You weren't having a good conversation. You were, and that failure to communicate, I sound like that movie of what we have here is a failure to communicate. But I'm telling you, this is a communication issue. And if you would reach out and have a very not a accusatory, not a aggressive, but a very basic, very fact-based conversation with each other and define boundaries, I think that you would realize that the custody issue probably would not be it would not be where it is. I think what happened is again, I'm sensing that this got out of hand and challenged by other family. My daughter will lose, so I don't know if I should help my daughter fight or should I reduce to summer. I think you just have faith in your attorneys. Turn to your attorneys. This is a legal question in that sense. I don't know. So, but if you have custody, again, if you have custody, how's your daughter going to lose? Because if you lose custody, it's because you lose custody because apparently the courts believe that you are not the better place for them to be than the other family. I can win the case, but I don't know how much effort I should put in. Oh, Lord.
Okay, so initially you said, what is in the best interest of my grandchildren? Do you want to keep the children or do you not want to keep the children? If you want to keep the children, then you move forward and you do what your attorney say. If you don't want to keep the children, then you allow them to go to the other family members who want to take care of them. If your daughter does not have custody of them, does that mean that she's not capable of keeping them? Is there some issue that would prevent her from being the mother that she needs to be to them, and the reason that you ended up with them? So you either want them totally or you allow them to go with somebody else. The best interest of the grandchildren is for you to decide what you want. Are you overwhelmed? I am now getting a sense that you are overwhelmed and you want her to help out. And if she's not going to help out, then you want to go ahead and reduce it to just the summer. Is that what we're getting at? And you're not, and is that what the story is? But you're upset because they'll end up going to different households if you don't keep them all, but it's overwhelming to you is what I'm getting, that it's overwhelming to you and the daughter is not helping out as much as you want her to help you out. And so you're saying, oh, should I fight for them thinking that she'll step up and help me out, or should I just go ahead and let them go to their obviously paternal family members and be split up, and then I just get them on the summer? That is something that you need to think about yourself, not based on whether your daughter will help out or not. Is this something that I want to do? Because she said, yes, I am overwhelmed. Yes, that's it. Okay, now that we got it together. Okay, that's what it is. You decide if it's too much for you. If it's too much for you, then that's fine. Allow them to go and then let them come visit you. But don't fight just for the sake of thinking, oh, my daughter will eventually pull her life together.
But the kids don't have the same father, right? And that's part of the problem. And the second thing I'm getting is there a drug issue here, a drug use issue?
That's what I thought too.
I'm sensing both things. Yeah.
But they must be a lot of work. It must be a lot. How many children? Was it 5?
No, I don't think so. That was 5 was the previous, Selena. And she says, yes, a drug issue. Yeah, I kind of suspected such.
So there's multiple children, and I feel like you may be at the point where you're unable to take care of all of them. So it may be, it is 5 kids.
It's
okay. So it may be in the best interest of the children. Your initial question was, what is in the best interest of the grandchildren? If it's in the best interest of them to go, like, you didn't say that the other parents were, or the other family members were bad family members. You just said they would be split up and they would go to their separate households. If you're unable to take care of all of them, then allow them to go to the other people who are in a better position to take care of them. You said the best interest of the grandchildren, not in the best interest of what you want. What is in the best interest for them? So if it's in the best interest for them to go to their separate paternal fathers or paternal sides of the family, then that may be what it has to do, rather than you struggling and being overwhelmed and unable to take care of them. So you two could, again, it will go back to Don's communication thing, communicate with the other side of the family. Maybe you could do a 50-50 thing where they're with you half the time, they're with the other family half the time, or there's a shared custody with that, where you don't, because you're making it seem like if they go, you'll never see them again, or you'll only get to see them a little bit of time. Communicate with the other side and be, like you said, in the best interest of the grandchild. They reminded me of that movie. What's the lady's name from The Help? Not Viola Davis, but the other lady that was in The Help, and she had the what is it called?
Spencer.
Yeah, her. And she did the movie with the guy, the white man, and the mom died, and they were fighting over the grandchild, and they had to come together to decide what was in the best interest of the child, so to share the custody, not like, oh, I want her, oh, you want her. They had to come together. So that's what they're showing me, and that's what you need to do: come together with the other families who want to share the custody with the kids. You're making it seem like they'll be pulled apart and they'll never see each other again.
She says, I worry about the one child psychologically because if he goes to the other, if she goes to the grandma, it would only be a constant reminder of her father's death. They still live where he hung himself. Yeah, but you see, you can't make that judgment, and you what a child might see or know or understand, and what you might know or understand could be different. Again, you're putting your own print on this.
That is correct, Linda, black or white.
Yeah. You're putting your own print, you're putting your own emotional footprint on this situation and on the child. And who says that maybe she doesn't need the father's family more now because she feels like he's missing, and therefore she has a connection to him through his family. So again, you could be seeing it through a different prism. I'm not saying you're right or wrong, but again, you have to understand the child may not be seeing the same thing you're seeing or perceiving it from the same viewpoint.
Have you actually talked to the children? Did you ask her what she wants? Does she want to go there? Does she not want to go there? So you may just need to have a conversation with the daughter and ask her, do you want to go there? Do you have bad memories there? Because you're saying, I worry that she'll have psychological issues with what happened there. Maybe she's not. Are you saying that she was there when he died? Or are you saying she saw him hanging there? Just knowing that somebody died there doesn't mean that she's having psychological issues about it. You know that that's where he died, but that doesn't mean that that's what issues that she's having. I think you're projecting a lot on the children without even asking them anything or getting them maybe it sounds like she definitely would need counseling or treatment if her dad committed suicide. Well, this is a tough situation, and psychically we can't tell you like, oh, it's going to be this or it's going to be that. It's in the best interest of the grandchildren, and I think that you all need to come together as a family and decide what is in the best interest of the grandchildren. That's what you said. I can't psychically tell you, oh, you should keep them because that's what you want to do, or oh, you should let them go because you're overwhelmed with them. You all need to have a discussion. This isn't a psychic question. This is a communication, like Don said, question.
Boundaries. Well, SAS, we wish you all the best. I'll send you prayers for enlightenment, and I'll send you prayers that things go well. And that's that is prayers, and listen to your spirit guides and listen to your inner voices, as well as asking God for his direction, whichever God you may pray to, whichever deity you may pray to. Ask them for direction and ask them for understanding. That's the best you can do. And ultimately, know kids are resilient. Know that kids are resilient. Okay. So we're gonna move on from here. Again, SAS, we wish you the best. Next in line is Lucky Empress, and Lucky Empress says, "I am trying to bring about change in my life, specifically in career. What's coming in general for the rest of the year?" We need some music. Upbeat music.
I got a series of questions, but let me make sure that was psychically and that wasn't just me being like, well, what are you doing? What are you trying to do? What changes are you trying to make? So let me ask again. Um, ironically, I heard that song and I cannot think of the guy who sings it, but a change gonna come. Who sings that? The black guy who sings a change is gonna come. It's that's what I heard. So
Is there only one black guy that sings?
who sings that song specifically about a change is gonna come?
No, I
The
just,
older gentleman. What's his name?
Sam Cooke.
There it is, him. There, Keena, there it is. Okay, so that's the song I heard is gonna come, but I got it in a slow way that it's coming slowly because you're not doing anything. You're waiting on it to happen. Like you're saying, I am trying to bring about changes, but what are you doing to? That's why the first thing I got was, what are you doing? Like, are you just like are you applying for jobs? Are you thinking about what you really want to do? When you say I'm trying to make changes in my career, what specifically are you looking for? But I do hear a change is coming, but it seems to be a slow road that is happening for you. I'm being offered a promotion, but my plans were something else. So this was unexpected. You don't have to take the promotion because somebody is offering to you, but I do hear that a change is going to come. So are you thinking about going to a new career? And is that why you don't want to take the promotion? Because you don't have to take the promotion. People, say no all the time. But I do hear, but it's slow coming because you're not making the decisions. They're showing it to me in black and white that like they're showing me a car slowly moving along, but it's in black and white because you're not pushing it along to make it do what it's supposed, to make it move faster. You're allowing it to come to you like, oh, okay, so this job came, and so now you're at a standstill. They're showing me the hangman, like you're stuck there because you don't want to take the steps necessary to move on. So I'm thinking that you need to just, other than the promotion is, it's a process, but I'm trying to get into law enforcement. Okay. Okay, so that's why they're saying you don't want to take all the steps it takes to do what it is to change your career because it's a lot that you have to do physically, mentally, a lot that you have to learn. I remember somebody being in the police academy and there was a lot. There was tests that they had to take. There was physical things that they had to do. And it was a long process. I think it was several months that they had to go through this. And so it was physical things that they had to do. There was tests that they had to take. There was also PT that they had to do. So there was a lot of things that they have to do. And that's why it's a slow, long road. And are you physically ready to make that jump to that new career, or are you going to take this easy route and just decide to take the promotion? So when you say you're trying to make these changes, are you really actually preparing yourself physically for this, preparing yourself mentally for this, and ready to do that, or are you just going to stay where you are with the? I feel like you're in a corporate job right now. But again, they're showing it to me in black and white. So it's decisions that you have to make to decide to make those changes. So what is to come to you is what you decide to come to you. A lot of a lot of things that happen in your future are based on decisions that you have to make. So you have to decide, is it this way that I want to go, or is it this way that I have to go? They're showing me a fork in the road. It's all on you, but it's still black and white. And black and white for me is decisions that you have to make. And that's all I got down.
I think it's interesting that law enforcement is more aligned with your. I think that law enforcement is more aligned with your path. I feel like that is something that you've been drawn to for a long time, and I'm just I think that as I sense it, it just seems like that seems consistent with your with who you are and what you want from life. And I think the other things are going to be helpful in that way, which is nice. So you haven't wasted your time. But I do see you. I don't see you. I I don't think the promotion is going to, even if you accept the promotion, I just don't think it's going to take you to where you want to be in a euphoric sense. And so again, I think I see you eventually, even if you take the promotion, I see you still eventually taking the leap and moving into law enforcement, because that is where I think your heart lies. That's where you're again, you are more aligned with what your path is. I think that you like to care, you like to give, you like to, I don't know. I just get this feeling of you like order, and you like structure, and you like the feeling of helping people to find their way in that same orderly structure. And I think that the law enforcement is there. So that's what I'm getting.
I actually got like, do you feel unsafe in your current position, which is odd because you want to go into law enforcement, but I feel like you would feel safer in that situation than you do in this situation. Like, I don't feel like you feel safe in this office setting that you're in. And ironically, even though you're going into law enforcement, you think that's still a better thing for you. Because I got corporate, but I got that you don't feel safe. Because I feel like there's a lot of clicks, like you have to unlock the door to let this person in. You have to unlock the door, to let this person out. So I get that you don't feel safe in your current position, even though the law enforcement would be a little bit more dangerous. You still would feel better in that position. And it's basically it's black and white in the sense of not either or, but for me, when things are black, again, it's decision that you need to make.
I mean, it's interesting. I was sensing the closing and opening of doors, and I was sensing prison guard.
She says she works in a psychiatric. She's an admin in a psychiatric office. So I feel like the clicking of the doors I got was, and it could be what you're saying too, Don, but I thought it was that, I have to let them in this door and in that door. And so I feel like she's behind a glass.
Yeah.
And she doesn't feel safe in that setting.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I was getting her law enforcement career takes her off into a prison guard situation.
Oh.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was getting. It's kind of interesting.
Oh, and that could be the click of the doors too.
Yeah. That was kind of how it was coming to me. It's like the key and the click and the.
Yeah, I kept hearing like it was like a button she has to push, and then it's like, open this door, then close that door, then open the next door. So
hopefully it helps you, Lucky Empress. Let us know how that resonates with you, and let us know as things progress. Also, I wanted to bring a point out there. I saw Sagittarius Bell. It says, "Hey guys, this is Farah. I wanted to give you guys an update. Both of you guys were right about a reading you did about my health. It has to do with my lymphatic system since I don't walk like I used to." And then I just hit the button going the wrong way. Let me finish the rest here. Don did mention that there was something that I used to do, which was the walking when my job was closer to my home. I also started the moringa, as suggested by Don, as Angie mentioned as well. Had to change my eating, figure out what I need to cut back on, and or completely cut out for a little bit. As you both mentioned, the tiredness and the sluggishness had something to do with my food intake, and overall movements. I have to do a lot overall lifestyle until my body balances itself out. So just some feedback there. I thought it'd be interesting to read. So let's see. Next in line. Who is next in line?
I thought she said Quinn.
Quinn Davis Lovely Mua.
Who was 20? If Lucky Empress was 19, who was 20? Quinn is next. Quinn, are you here?
I don't see a number 20. Private chats are getting as long as the regular chats.
Oh, it was Jody.
Jody. Oh, I thought Jody didn't make it to the list.
Yeah, oh yeah, because she told me, she said, can you tell Jody she made it? So she did. But maybe she's been asking Jody and she never responded.
Okay. So Quinn, are you still here? Quinn Davis, lovely Mua, are you still here? And Jody, are you still here? Neither one of you.
She said Quinn is still here. Oh yeah, she's still here. Okay. And was it General?
She said yes. Mhm.
You know how I love a general question.
And
As much
Sagittarius,
as I, not as much as I love a love reading.
exactly. Sagittarius Bell, thank you. You're welcome. You're very welcome, and we enjoy getting the confirmation or any feedback, even if it's not the most positive. We still like hearing it. So appreciate that.
This is a question that when I asked, what information do you have for Quinn? I heard, are you taking heed to any of the information that we're giving you, or are you just asking for the sake of asking? Like, is the information that we're giving you, are you actually listening to the advice that we're giving you about, career, um, moving, um, isolating yourself and your family as a unit unto yourself? Because I'm just remembering some of the readings that we've done. And they're also bringing me back to a new love. Like, did you, like, ending one situation before so that your new love could come in? Have you started the process to completely end the situation in order to bring the other situation? Now they're showing me the two of coins, so it seems like you are undecided as to what you want to do. Like, do I want to completely end this, or do I want to stay and work with it? So they're saying you're conflicted as to what you want to do, and the new love can't come until you decide what you're going to do with the old love. For the career, they're telling me to ask you, what aspect of your job do you like the most, and that's what you need to pursue. It seems that you're all over the place. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, and you just need to decide which area you want to do. Like, I see like maybe 1, 2, 3 versions of your resume out there. Oh, I can do admin. Oh, I can do back office. Oh, I can do finance. I can do it all. And they're saying, which one do you like the most? Which one would you like to concentrate on? And that's the avenue you should probably pursue a little bit more. And then I'm hearing finance. So if you are good with the finance part of it or the back office part of it, that should be the part that you should pursue moving forward. You want to stay in medical, but which aspect of it? Because all three of those things that I said are still medical. You can still be back office, you can still do finances, and you can still do the admin stuff. But which aspect of it do you want to do? Or is there a position where you could do it all, but you have to decide and then you have to focus on that area? Again, it's all in decisions that you need to make. But promotion, I hear promotion is coming, but are you still too loyal to the company you're with? Like, you haven't decided to leave them because you feel loyal to them, like they've been very good to you, but they just don't quite pay what you need them to be. And they're saying, if the situation was reversed, would they just let you go? And then, you would have to find something else. So you need to do what's best for you in this situation. Is it move on to another place and find more money? Um, then do that instead of being loyal to this place that isn't quite giving you the money, or have that discussion with them. They were saying you could also have that discussion with them and being like, look, I may need to find another place. I'm at the ceiling at this place. I'm not making enough money, and I'm working this hard, or I'm doing the job of 2 or 3 people, and I need more money. So you can either tell them you need more money and stay with this company, or you can decide to move on. And it's not jump ship, it's literally moving on to a better opportunity that suits you more financially and career wise. It gives you more opportunity to excel. I don't feel like there's a lot of opportunity to move up in the company that you're currently in. And then again, I just feel like relocation again, like getting out of the city that you're in. Like I feel like you drive through the city that you're in, and you're looking like, and you're looking around like you want to move on, you want to go somewhere else, you want to see something better. You're not happy with the scenery that you're seeing, and they're saying it's all about you. You're in a car, you could just decide to go somewhere else. And so, oh, she said no, negotiations are on the table. They just had this conversation. So if they decide to give you more money, then yes, go for it. If they don't, then you need to go ahead and move forward. But that's how they're showing it to me. It's either stay here and get more money or move on and get more money where there's more opportunity for promotion because you are very talented is how they're showing it to me. And you maybe they're showing me 3 resumes because you're doing the job of 3 people, but you're only being compensated at the lowest level of that position. So that's maybe why they showed me 3 resumes, but you do need to make more or move on. And then again, relocation isn't a bad idea if you haven't, if you're still considering that. I work 4 departments. Okay, that's why they showed me all the different resumes. You need to move on, or they need to compensate you at least 2 salaries. I don't know. But that's all I got, Don. What are you getting?
I'm getting this damn Yorkie dog running around here. And I don't have a Yorkie. I don't have a Yorkie. Do you have a little terrier? Did you have a terrier? I'm getting a little terrier that's running around here, and his name is Buster. Buster, does that resonate with you, Quinn?
I think they did have a little dog.
He's like a little like this little thing with little. It's like I'm getting like terriers when I'm getting. It's like a little teeny. His name is Buster. Does that sound right? It's like Buster, and he's so much energy, and he's not mine because I've never had a little Yorkie. So, Lucky ADB.
Lucky and Butter, both Yorkies. She had 2.
Okay. Oh, so not Buster, but Butter. Okay.
Butter.
Well, this one, okay, probably that one then, because this was I was getting Buster, but he has a lot of energy. Not he, but the dog. I don't know if it's male or female because I'm not getting a visual on the bottom side of the dog. It's just kind of running around and it's just like full of energy and just kind of crazy. Yorkie. So it was a Yorkie. Okay. Well, guess what? Your Yorkie is visiting me.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. He says he's been gone for a number of years though. It's like 5 or 6, maybe 6. It's funny. It's rubbing against my feet. It's funny. He's funny.
And when you were looking around, I'm like, I don't hear the dog, Don. What do you mean?
I know. I've got a pug, and my pug is in the crate, so it's like I know.
He said, "My sweet girl, yes, the dog has been gone 5 or 6 years. Is that 5 years?"
Okay. So, well, guess what? The dog is visiting me, and I have no idea because I've never had a dog. I've never had animals visit me before. This is a first. So, Quinn, you are my first when it comes to an animal visit. Wow, interesting. Cute little dog, though. Lord have mercy. A lot of energy, though. Lord have mercy. A lot of energy. Is there a it's like they replaced me. They're telling me that you replaced them. Did you get another dog that looked like that and you called it the same name? Because the dog is like they replaced me. Did you do that?
Your dog is coming from the beyond like, how dare you? Yes. How dare you? Yes.
Quinn, did that happen? Did you get another dog and name it this? Yes.
She said yes, but his name is Chewy.
Okay, no, they're saying that he's saying that you called like the same name or something, the similar name or same name. It's so I don't know what that means about because like number 2 or something about Buster number 2, Buster 2 or something.
Butter 2.0.
Butter 2. Okay, Butter 2. Yeah.
I would do that.
That is funny. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So you didn't.
Oh my gosh, your dog is angry. Like, how dare you?
Yeah, it's like she feels replaced. She feels I think it's a she. Yeah, she feels replaced. I said, but Butter 2 earlier. So there was a Butter 2, because that's what and Butter 2 came after this one died, right?
Oh my gosh.
So did Butter 2 come after Butter, the original version, die? No, I understand you want another one, but again, did Butter 2 come to you after the original version of Butter died? That's a way to put it. I don't know how to put it. That is
Butter
strange.
2.0.
Yeah. Well, this one feels like that y'all replaced them too soon. Her too soon. Because she's like, they even gave him the same name. So oh, crazy. Lord have mercy. I had Butter, then Lucky. Okay. So that's it.
Man, your dog is throwing so much shade right now. Like, how dare you? Like, all I can hear is, how dare you? Like,
Yeah,
how dare you?
a little
All
prince.
the love and kisses I gave you, and how dare you?
Exactly. A little princess is, I thought I was special. I thought I was special. Interesting. Well, thank you, Quinn, for being that person that popped my animal cherry when it comes to mediumship. Someone was looking into giving me a baby Yorkie. Oh, maybe it's like, hey, don't replace me again. I don't know. Anyway, just know that the dog was here. The dog was running around for some reason, so I don't know. But
And that he is definitely. I cried over her the other day. Oh, okay. Well,
so
maybe they don't care. Like, whatever. That's what you get.
she's like, you cry over me and then replace me. He's like, apparently it wasn't that hard.
Wow.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, that's all I have for you, Quinn, unfortunately, is that because the dog was very distracting. And I kept like thinking, what am I experiencing? I've never felt an animal before. This is a first for me. So anyway,
I'm definitely hearing move on. I'm not thinking that they'll come back with a number that is high enough for you in the negotiations, and I'm definitely hearing move on. Are you being pursued by another company? Like, I feel like you contact other companies and they like your customer service. And are you being pursued by another company that you do business with in relation to the company that you work for now? I feel like a company that you already have connections with through the company that you're with is pursuing you or will start to pursue you. And then that is where you will go to the new company. But I don't feel like they'll come back with a number high enough to keep you there based on the amount of work that you do. She says yes, but not pursue. Yes. I don't understand that answer. Maybe I asked too many questions.
I resemble you.
I don't know. Oh, yes, another hospital. Okay. Um, I'm thinking that that's where you'll go, and you won't stay there because they won't come back with a higher number, but it will be in your best interest to go ahead and go. It will be sad for you. I do see a lot of tears, and I wish you wouldn't go, and blah, 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 blah. And maybe even a little bit of a guilt trip, but go ahead and go because it will be the best for your career in the situation that you're in. Are you worried about, oh, your daughter? Did you get that situation taken care of? Because I remember the very first time you came in, Don, your daughter came through for Don, and they're reminding me, daughter, is everything okay? Did you move forward with that, or did you clear that up? Because I heard daughter, and is she okay? Like, did you get that all taken care of? And then I heard nail in the coffin, and then they showed me the face of the spouse. So I'm assuming that you're going back and forth between it's totally over and we should or we should reconcile. So I'm saying that I heard nail in the coffin. So she had a lot to say. Okay. So I heard continue to have those conversations with her, continue to do fun things with her one on one. She needs one on one time with you. I feel like you're very busy in your career or in work. But again, um, it's because you're doing the job of four different people versus the job of one person. Like, I feel like if you move to this new department, it'll be a lot less taxing on you. It'll be more beneficial for you financially, and you'll have a lot more family time. So she needs more one-on-one time with you. And then I hear you saying this person wants to try again, but I feel like you've already closed that door and you're ready to move on. It's just that that I that kind of I feel sorry for, but not I'm in love with, and I could be wrong, but that's the way that it's being presented to me, as I feel sorry for, or I feel bad for, or the longevity of the situation, but you're no longer in love, is how I feel like it's going. So I did hear nail in the coffin, but you can decide that for yourself. And that's it.
Super. Well, hopefully that helped you. And I don't remember. Unfortunately, I don't remember reading for Quinn before and
That
all
was
that.
the night where you kept hearing, "Is it Nakayla?" And I was like, "Oh no, Keena is the daughter name," and it was Makayla.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't ring much of a bell, but I remember that. I remember the words because it was like, yep, yep, yep.
Good things are coming for you. Definitely financial gain. So look forward to that.
Super, super. Well, and of course another Flint, Michigan person, right? Okay, because I was getting that too. So,
I tried to get my sister in class yesterday too.
so, well, I think that we're done then. I think we've hit pretty much everything we want.
You're welcome, Quinn. I think
Absolutely.
we got every single person.
Yeah, and Quinn, can you call your dog back? I got to clean up after one. I don't want to clean up after two.
Oh my gosh, that is insane, Don. I don't think you've ever had an animal come in and be like, "How dare you?"
Yeah, no, and I haven't. This is my first. This is the first, and it's interesting.
I literally thought a dog was running around you because you kept looking. I'm like, "What? Looking at?" And then you said dog, and I'm like, "Well, I don't hear him. They usually bark a little bit." But there you go.
Absolutely. Well, everybody, I think we are done for the evening. Keena, thank you so much. You want to come on and say goodbye, Keena?
Keena was feisty tonight. Like, what
You were out of pocket tonight.
Wheaties back there. Keena was eating her Wheaties back there.
I tell you what, I ain't doing is drinking water while you talking. So tonight was definitely a ride. It was fun.
I hope Oprah was watching. I tag Oprah. Did y'all all tag Oprah? Wherever y'all at, just tag Oprah so she can look at, so she can be like, "Why is all these people tagging me?" Tag Oprah. Tag Oprah.
Yes, she was queen.
Tag
You
Oprah
was
so she can
cutting
watch.
up.
Oprah. Y'all say it with me. Oprah. That's all I'm
Oprah.
saying.
Yeah,
Or
tonight was
Gail.
fun.
Like
Tonight
Gail,
was fun.
I'm waiting to run into Gail in the Walmart.
Hey,
Like, what's up, Gail?
Linda.
Oh, see, there it is, Oprah. Everybody just say Oprah. Whatever platform you on, just at Oprah. So she could be like, "What is the problem?"
I think y'all only skipped like maybe one or two people that didn't respond tonight. So, and y'all were chatty and y'all still got through
We
a lot of
had some doozies tonight because I was like, "Excuse me." Okay. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 love readings at the beginning was a lot.
I was like 2. Shut up.
It was 1,000.
Well, it's funny because the other day we were talking about how we haven't had it in a while, and boy, did we speak too soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go and look at the alignment of the planets and see what was the problem.
I don't know. I do not know.
I don't know.
Evelyn, we did see your comment. Mom, we did see your comment, but the list has been closed for over 2 hours. We've been on for almost 4 hours. Jesus.
Oh.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's 3 hours and 41 minutes.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Evelyn L. Smith said, "Did you see my comment?" Yes, Evelyn, we did see. Is that who you just
but
said?
Don will be back on in the morning with Shauna at 7 a.m. Arizona time, which is West Coast time, and then 10 a.m. East Coast time. So you can get right back on with him in the morning. Same platforms, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, and you can get a reading from Don and Shauna, and maybe Shauna will be a little bit more polite in her love readings because obviously I was mean today. I didn't.
You were mean. You were just funny when you said you tipped that casket over. I was done for the night. I couldn't I feel the sentiments, but it just came out of nowhere. So
I'm sorry. Well, Evelyn, we'll be back to Wednesday night, but it's best if you get here right at 6 o'clock because the list usually fills up at about the 30-minute, usually 30 minutes after we're on, the list is full, and we usually do about 20 people, and 20 to 25 people, and it takes us 3 to 4 hours to get it all done because of the depth of the readings that we're doing. So definitely get here at 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we love
And
you all
come to
and thank
class
you.
on
Are y'all tagging
Tuesday.
Oprah? I don't hear no Oprah. Tag Oprah, people.
You never know. You might get a good night because they've had some good nights for love readings. Don't take it off the table just yet.
We already told we was look. What Don say? If we could put a man on the moon, we could put a man on you, Linda. Don't be resistant to the energy. It's coming. You ain't never heard Don say that, Kenny. Don tell her that
I
every week.
forgot about that. I remember when he said
Linda,
that.
don't even
goodness,
try to
yes.
play us. We sending you your man. Maybe he coming from the moon.
I remember that he said if we could put him in, I ain't mess with y'all anymore. And don't forget about Tuesdays.
Linda, he will be out of this world. Don't say that. Go ahead. Take him out of this world.
And don't forget this email address. If you want to join our class on Tuesday nights, it's free. It's a Zoom class to help people explore and develop and grow and practice their psychic abilities and their metaphysical abilities. So
And we real uncut in there.
Oh
yeah, I actually have fun in there, and I haven't been to a class in a long time, and I'll be in there like, oh wait, I was right.
Absolutely.
Come on, Linda, you can join. We don't mind the kiddos being in the background, a little
Jesus
bit. Come
was
on.
interrupted. It's just us.
Exactly. So email us on this address and let us know you want to join, and I will add you to the list, and you will get a link because it is a private class. So we need it by invitation. So when you let me know you want to join, we let you join. You get the link. You come in and you enjoy and grow. And Linda said they are annoying.
They are not. Children are beautiful. No, they're not. They are bad. It's ridiculous.
No, teens are bad.
No comment.
All right, Quinn, I will expect your call, and thank you all for joining. Mike, I don't know if you're still here. I do think Mike is a child.
Well, his
comment
at least in adolescence
indicate that. It's like, oh Lord, have mercy. Well, thank you all, and thank you, Kina, for doing a great job keeping everybody in control.
Fun time tonight.
And
all
raining
right,
and raining.
Next time, I'm gonna put a little bit of vodka in here. I'm just saying.
You don't put nothing in that glass.
You do not know how many text messages I get. People kept saying, "Are you drinking?" I'm like, "No, this is naturally Angie." Maybe I was drinking the times before.
Maybe, but no, guys, that really is her. Like, I'm not surprised. I have a rule. I usually don't drink when her or my other sister are talking, but tonight I just wasn't thinking, and I just was drinking water, and next thing you know, it was all over my laptop. So.
And Ranyika, I received your request, and yes, I'll add you to the list for the class on Tuesday. So Ranyika, yes, I received it, and you will get your notice. So, with that said,
beautiful Sagittarius, I think it was, but I think she's Sagittarius Bell now. That's what she changed her name to. Farrah. Sarah, not Sarah, Lord have mercy. Sherry is saying that the person who had the lymph system, that was Farrah, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She's saying that maybe she should add some milk thistle seeds to her smoothies. Yes, milk thistle seeds.
Sherry Berry, when you gonna teach a class?
So I don't know if you're on there or not, but yes, do that.
Sherry Berry, ready for that class? I am. Yes. I want you to teach me something.
All right, guys. Well, I gotta go to sleep.
Me too.
Okay, everybody. Then we'll talk.
LMT.
Everybody later. Enjoy your week. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we will see you either tomorrow or next week.
And I'm about to watch this back because I don't believe y'all say I was that bad. I'm about to rewatch this right now.
Oh, you are going to die laughing at yourself because I was like,
this was our audition for Oprah. Like, I tagged her. I had to be like Oprah. Look at the talent. That's what I'm saying. Listen, I'm your next Iyanla.
All your videos last September when you kept talking about Oprah. Now those are hilarious too. When you were doing the run challenge for sickle cell awareness.
Phil Donahue and Oprah. Me and Don, Phil and Oprah. That's all we trying to say. Don't keep trying to discredit our credit. We the throwback.
Salt and pepper.
And Oprah. Where we going? Tag
Go to
Oprah,
bed.
people.
Good night.
Good night.
Guys.
Night, everybody.